Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the studio. You know what we say? We're sitting here, we come in the studio. Why not push the button and see who needs to know just what I'm doing? Let's cut on our do not disturb. I am over here prepping some pages. If you watched the live yesterday, you would know why we have found some. Oh, and this is another thing, brand new Dina Wakeland Media, some black gesso. I also got some Jane Davenport matte acrylic paint. And then we got some white gesso. And we are, as in me, slapping paint on paper. And all right, we have a guest in the studio today. Her name is Lauren. And she's been in the studio with me all day because it's been hot outside. Went and got stretched today. That was fun. Hello, Bar. Hey, Chill Pals. How are y'all? Listen, hey, Tammy, Lydia. Oh, y'all scrolling right on in. Y'all saw the light on? Did y'all get notifications? I'm still trying to keep up with that. Like, who gets notified when I do hit that live button? I'm sitting here in the studio. I'm finished adulting and all the things for the day. And if you were on my live yesterday, you would know that I refuse to throw away some paper. So we are slapping paint literally on paper. And I figure, why not? Just go and hit that live, just hit that button. Because I was sitting here, I wasn't even looking at a movie, I wasn't doing anything. I was just really, really engulfed in the fact that I had this book and these pages, I love these pages. If you know me, you was notified. Oh, goodness gracious, I love it. Got the notifications. Okay, great. I just got home from a doctor's appointment. What perfect timing. Barb, I just got back home from my stretch. I did some adulting today. I washed 3 loads of clothes, folded them, well, dried them, folded them, and I put them up. Aren't y'all proud of me? Let me tell you when you know it's time to wash. When the dirty clothes is overflowing and the overflowing is overflowing. I mean, because I had plenty of clothes I could have continued to wear. Just hate washing. So, well, since I got a little audience already, I didn't know I was going to have people right away. But I'm happy y'all are here. I looked at my analytics and all the things, and I think I think it was 40, 30. I think it's 30 something. Might be less than that. I can't remember. Let's see, is my calculator here? I've been trying to keep up with my own hours, but YouTube said that they still have to make sure that all the hours are the hours because, Barb, you know, there are people that are out here, and I don't know if you guys have had this in your lives, but there's, what do you call them? Trolls, spammers, and all the things that get in the lives, and, you know, and then they subscribe and they kind of try to take over. So, YouTube is doing their due diligence to make sure. So if you are on Team Replay, do kind of hit that like button, share maybe, and maybe comment. So that way they know it's a real person. So I went down the YouTube rabbit hole today. That's what I did earlier. But yeah, we did some adulting today. Lauren is well. She's here in the studio. I pulled out a blanket. Um, And I felt that it was easier for her to get in and out of my studio because I have a door to my studio. And so she was right outside. Remember yesterday, y'all, she was right outside. And so today I was just like, I wonder if I can just would you come in here? So she came in and I put a blanket down and that's where she's been all day. By the time Mr. McCoy comes home, then we'll see if she wants to go out and go potty because she had water and she ate. So she is doing well. I gave her a good massage in her joints, and she just laid there and just sucked it up and then just laid on over and went to sleep. So I will say today is the first day that I know for a fact she hasn't been out and about. And I'm quite sure because it's hot and she's been in here soaking up my air condition. And she had a little bit of, I pulled some chicken off the bone for her. So by the time Mr. McCoy get home, she'll be ready. Hey, Brenda! She'll be ready to go and eat. So if y'all were, whoever, most of them paying attention, was on my live yesterday. Y'all know I was on live yesterday for a good little bit. And I was, jelly printing and pulling. And these pages were just so yummy. And I pulled the book apart to use it because I was going to make it was going to be pages to the junk journal. Well, come to find out, this is very, 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 I don't know how many more varies I can put in there. Interesting book. And it's not one that I would want it to have had in a junk journal. Because, some people read pages in junk journals. Well, this book, I wouldn't have wanted it to leave my house. I wouldn't have wanted it attached to me, period. Somebody be like, what in the world is she reading? So Mo was in the chat, and her and Di got to saying that they read, Di read the thing, and then I paid attention to some of the pages. I was like, what in the world? What is this? So I am covering up, and I figured, why not come on here? I didn't get my scanning cut. It is on a world tour where it said it was supposed to be here yesterday. It's in Illinois. Why would it go from Texas to Illinois? I don't know. I do not know. I paid for priority shipping, so that meant it should have went from Texas at least to Montgomery. But neither here nor there. It'll get here when it gets here. The only thing is I'm not printing out sellers' pages until it gets here. So that's just it. Now, I thought about this, and y'all tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the chat. So these pages, as you can see, Di said do white gesso. That wasn't working for me. You could still read through it. So you definitely can't read through it now. And I am liking the way the pages are coming together, though. They look real pretty when they dry. Look at this one. So this one, and then I added a little beige to it. But I was thinking of letting originally, let me back it up. Originally, I was thinking of just putting all the pages black and then just letting them be black pages in the journal. But I have so much acrylic paint that's over there that needs to be used. Do y'all think I should put some more color on it? Just imagine, it's going to be front and back. I do like the base being black. I do. But what if, let's see, do I got something close at hand that I don't have to get up? Oh, we got some yellow right here. What if we do, because the pages, I'm not going to do anything to the pages. Whoever buys the journal, they will do something to the pages. So that's why I just wanted them to be, like that. But what do you think about that? Let me get another brush. If we go and just kind of just kind of something like that. Add some color to it. Maybe. Or is that I think that's kind of giving it a little bit more texture or something. I don't know. I guess I could just do it both ways. But I didn't want the pages to be like a whole bunch of different colors. I wanted them all to be the baseline to be black. So let's give you kind of a preview. If this was a journal and you got this journal, I feel like my camera is real low. And let's put you over here. Move my, but we got all the pages. Oh, that's wet. Let's go with some dry ones. There we go. We just stack them on top of each other. These aren't done. I haven't done these on the back, so these got to be flipped over. But this is what I'm talking about. So there we go. And they're folded over, or they'll be folded over. And if this was your journal, then you could, have create there, whatever you want. Make clusters, whatever. So it will not have white pages. The only thing close thing is going to have to the, not white, but beige pages or whatever, will be the outsides. But the insides, or I could get some more pages. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll get some more printed pages, and I will add some more pages so that it can be, so somebody, because like if this was, let me see what's on the back of this one. Okay, I can flip this one over. So if this was like a book, like I normally do them, it would just be the pages, and then I would just flip it over and make them out of pages, and then add clusters or something to, you know, a couple of pages or whatever. But because this book was just too much for my eyes, I need to just paint all the pages dark so you can't read them. That's just, it's just, somebody might like the book. I don't have time to figure out who would like the book. That's all I'm saying. And so that's why I figured, well, let me get on here and show people how I prep pages for a junk journal. And when I'm going to do color, I kind of do the same concept. Now, this book just got, you know, that's just what it is. So, oh, look at that. That one, so that's what it's going to be, 2 pages. Like so, fold it over. And, I mean, you got to be in the junk journals, though. And then, you know, for my watercolor people, which is another thing, I like pages to watercolor on. So I would have wanted plain pages so that it could be in a journal that I could have had as an art journal, and I could watercolor in it. Because these pages, you see how good it's holding up for all of this gesso. They were some good pages, and I love a good book with some good pages. Just saying. I got a book that's over there. Right now I'm hoarding. Barb know which one I'm talking about. That book, oh my goodness, the pages are just amazing. I have to look at it before I turn this page. Before I even turn it over. It was just a little, just interesting. And after I got off the live yesterday, I did thumb through it and went back, and I was just like, oh my. So it's not something that I wanted to, it just wasn't something I wanted to turn a journal into. That's just it. Yeah. And I had to stop reading. Not that it made me angry or anything. It was just that I just was like, God, how did I get this book? But pay attention to books before you make them into journals, content-wise. Yes, we want all the paper, and do. And if they are a little rough, paint over them. This is what you can do. Paint over them. Literally, slapping paint on paper. Literally. Some of my best oil paintings are on black canvas. I think it really helps bring out the bright colors. See, then that means that you are saying that I need to put some more, let them dry, and then really make this into a fabulous journal. That's kind of what I hear you saying, Tammy. And Tammy, I didn't know you did oils. Well, dude, I feel like I need to go on your page. So do you have anything on your page? I have never used oils. Never. One of my friends that's in the art club with me, she does oils. And when I tell you Peggy does oils like they want to, it makes it look like they're going to jump off the wall. They're so lifelike. She is amazing. All right, I've been to stretch, so I got to drink all this water. Okay, yes. So that means, yes, you got some on your page. Barb, do you work with oils at all? I don't remember. Here in the southern state of Alabama, it is a little hot. Supplying blank canvas within the journal. Yes. Normally, Brenda, I would just fold the pages and let it be, but I went in my box. No video on I said, I do. No video on it for me. I just do this Bob Ross class. Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Speaking of Bob Ross, that's why I call Barb Ross from Bob Ross. Because Lord knows she can slap some paint on some paper and it just comes out to be so yummy. I'm going to have to show y'all what she did yesterday in what she taught yesterday in her art classes. And everybody that like mushrooms would adore these. Okay, so we're just slapping paint on paper everywhere. Everywhere. Like I thought the gesso would do. I don't know if it's because this gesso. I don't know. But after it dried, it was still, you could still read it. And I was just like, well, no worries. We're just going to clean it all up. So if you ever want to make a journal, and let's say you have some magazines, you want to just add something, get you some gesso. For magazines, you can get white gesso. I think that'll work out good too. For books, let's see what's on here. Oh, my sensor ended. No worries. We'll fix it later. I need one that's gonna. Okay, we can use this one. So let me show you. And I have some other gesso too. So you can put gesso. Gesso is usually some stuff we use to prep a page. But most of these days, a lot of pages, canvases and stuff, they say they're already prepped. But sometimes when I'm doing collaging, I am going to use a medium. Not a medium. What it's called? Yeah, a medium. To glue my stuff down. And so I want the page to be prepped a little bit so it doesn't resist it. And then when you go over it with the whatever it is. But see, I did this. This is mostly with gesso, but see how it's going to come through? And I know the gesso wasn't going to work because if y'all have seen me do the magic with my flowers, it's going to come up and amplify what's under. But this got some black in it, so I don't think this one will work. But this was just a picture, so it really wasn't a problem. I did learn some things from this book, I can tell you that. How truthful some of it is, I don't know. It wasn't important enough for me to go down a rabbit hole. So how's everybody's day been today? What did you do today? I went to stretch. I do an hour of stretch every Tuesday. I've gotten back on my schedule because I hadn't. And it's if you ever heard of Stretch Zone, that's the brand. So maybe in your town it might be called something different. I'm not sure. But it got started by, well, a young man that owns the one where I go to. Started because his dad had become immobile. And he was, just pretty much sitting up in a chair. And, after a while, you don't do anything. You don't move. And so he looked into, it's a franchise. And so his dad now gets up, moves, and he's been in business with this shop, I think they said 10, 11 years. But Dad is doing better. His mobility is amazing. And I was like, wow, what a way. So I figure there's no better time than now to get started and, keep my right side is my weakest because I'm left-handed. So we work more on the right side than the left side because, you know, y'all can see here, being a lefty, the right hand just sits here and kind of hangs out. I have to go on our way home. All right, Jill, thank you for stopping in, being a little nosy. I appreciate it. I love when people like to be nosy. I'll see you around the tube. But that worked out for him. And also, my grandma, who is 98, it's not physical therapy, but she has somebody that I guess she thinks it's physical therapy, but it's also somebody comes and you know, moves her further than what she would do, you know. So that works out that way. And then when I came home, I bent down. I could not only touch my toes, but I can put my hands down on the floor. It's like, oh yeah, keep my hips. You know, I got these childbearing hips that have birthed 7 children, so we need to make sure we keep our body up. If you do yoga, then you probably get it. You stretch the body. So I enjoyed that. And while I was there, the young lady who is the receptionist, she baked me some cupcakes. And I was super duper happy about that because she's the one that made me that 7-layer cake that was death by chocolate. And that was amazing. So yeah. So as you can see, all I'm doing is slapping the paint on the paper, letting it dry. We got all kinds of papers there in front of me, and the more they dry, I'm just going because I want both sides done. Another thing that you could do is just get regular acrylic. Like this one is Payne's Gray, as long as it's dark. That's all I want it to be, dark. So it covers the wording. And then after that, you have a new canvas. Like you blank slate. You get to do what you want, do whatever you want on it. Paint whatever you want. And the good thing about it is now it's protected. So it's not going to wake up. It's not going to be water soluble. That's what I mean. I'm looking at this Payne's Gray. You're not going to be able to see it because this is Payne's Gray. But it's working. We have, oh, y'all have Stretch Lab? Oh, nice. I think it sounds painfully fun. I got to hop over to an online book club. I'll check on you when I'm done. Awesome. And yes, it's not painful, but it's fun. Enjoy book club. Ooh, an online book club. Now that sounds fun. But that means the book is online. I haven't been part of a book club in a mighty long time, come to think of it. Oh, look, that's good. We don't have to do that much on there. I kind of like that. Kind of, still can't see the wording, but it's not as much paint. All right, flip over. I can tell y'all what this book reminds me of. If you ever seen The Help, that's what this book reminded me of. Nice. I'm here for it. Thank you, Tammy. See you when you get back. Lauren snoring. So if y'all hear a strange noise, oh, that one's still wet. It be her. Don't think I've nodded off on you. And this is the other thing when you're redoing pages, when you're doing something like this, it also, I think, is very therapeutic for me to slap some paint on paper. So that works too. And my Waltons, y'all know I've usually watched the Waltons when I'm in the studio, but everybody's gone. It's almost time for them to be done, because there were only 9 seasons. So, curious. So, everybody that's in the chat that's here now, how many of you junk journal? How many of you journal? Oh, maybe this needs to come over. I'm so used to being pulled over. Let me pull this over. I just realized. And my hands are going to be good and dirty. So I liked yesterday jelly plating these pages because I thought that would be so yummy. And they were. They were yummy. They were coming out great. So how many of you, how many do junk journaling, and what kind of pages do you put in your junk journal? If you're on Team Replay, leave me a message down in, down below. If you junk journal, right? And if you do, what do you do? How do you create your pages in a junk journal? Because I can tell you, when I first started junk journaling, that was the thing. I would buy the kits, right? And then I would print out the pages for each signature. Most of the time I did 4 signatures. Most of the time I do 4 signatures. So, yeah, leave me a comment below. Let me know. Let me know. Another thing, you get to get a whole lot of paint on you. Have fun. This is what we call slapping paint on paper. And the other thing is, I also would normally, let me see I need to see how this blue does before I continue using it. I still think it kind of highlights a little bit. But my goodness, you used to be spending a whole lot of time trying to see what that says. And see, the gesso just wasn't covering it up enough. We'll just run this one down to the middle. That one works out. So, black gesso worked. And I use black gesso for my base on my canvases, and or either my art journals. So you get to pretty much choose what you want. But if you're trying to cover up wording, watercolor won't work. Because remember, watercolor is what's that word? Yeah, almost looking like this would be transparent. Gouache is opaque. Still, acrylic would be the best thing. So I'm thinking about, hold on. I make journals, but I don't journal. I use some kits and pages. I dye and make. Some are all gel prints and original artworks. Lydia, so you dye paper too? Everybody dyes paper. I've never, other than trying to coffee dye paper, I haven't done it anymore. So Lydia, what kind of dye paper do you do? Oh, let's see how this works. This is just regular acrylic gesso. Oh, and the other thing that you can do when you are doing pages, when you're prepping pages for a junk journal, you can get you some like Mod Podge. I wouldn't get Mod Podge though. Well, if you're gonna decoupage, maybe like that won't be that bad. But if you're putting down, you know how you take masterboards and like say we're going to turn this page into a masterboard, you can use matte medium. something like this one, matte medium, and that way you can put it all down on the page and then you can stick whatever you want. So it still is a base. The page is just your baseline. Oh, we got some Simon Hurley here. Let's look at it. Y'all, Maddie, not Maddie made me do it, but Maddie inspired me to get some um, Versaclear. And then I asked Barb, I was like, Barb, you ever heard, like, you use it? Barb's like, oh my God, yes, black. That's all I use is the black. I was like, well, we're going to have to get us some and get rid of that other stuff. We won't call no name because it's not serving me. That's all. And for what I do, I'm learning. I like what I like and what I don't like, I just don't like. Now that's Simon Hurley Lunar Paste. And I think that's beautiful. Just imagine. So we're kind of doing gel printing, but without the gel print. Because when we flip this over, oh, look, yeah. And remember, I don't want it to be like a array of colors. Don't want it to be a rainbow full of colors. So I'm very specific of giving it a baseline. And then after that, when I finish with the journal, whoever gets the journal, they can then, do that if they want to. It's Tuesday. And I feel like, hold on, that thing is annoying. I don't know if y'all hear it. Probably not, because I have noise cancellation on. But that's a lot of noise. So let's say you have a lot of paint, acrylic paint, and you're just like, I don't know what I'm going to do about all this paint and I'm not using it. This is another good suggestion as well. That might work out too. So you never know. You never know. Okay, where is it? All right, I think I got, well, nope. That one's wet. I feel like I needed a clothesline to hang the ones that wasn't dry. All right. There we go. Still not in frame. Let me stay up here. I was watching Beth, listening to Beth while I went on my way to stretch. And she has a new kit out, and all I saw was purple, 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 purple. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And I have to pause on, these kits. Not that I print them out, but I want to make sure I create with them, right? So, Solace kit for the flowers. And then we have Beth, the people. I've cut them up. They're not on my desk right now. And then the new purple set. I think I'm set. We got those three. And once we get those done, then we'll continue, doing something. All right, let's move over here. Let's close you. And Dusty Rose is still my color today from yesterday. That is a beautiful color. And so when we're talking about prepping pages, hold on, let me show you something else I have. Sorry, Sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Guess I need to sit still, huh? She looked up like, will you be quiet? My bad. It's okay. It's okay. You gotta go potty? No? You need to go potty? You look better. Like you just look like you got a little bit more energy today. Probably do, huh? You have to be outside in all that daggum heat. I could have thought about this beforehand. Long as you don't get in here bothering stuff, I'm okay. And your daddy gonna have to clean your hair up so it don't be all over my studio. All right, let's give us time. I want to give some of these pages time to dry because I got pages everywhere and I can't put them on the floor because just like I just said, she's in here. And not that she's moving around or doing all the things, but these are also, if y'all know the boxes, what is it, Renee Clark. Easy to remember. You know why? Because my middle name is Renee. No, yeah, Sarah Renee Clark. Rena. And I thought it's so interesting that she spells her middle name Renae. That's how I spell mine. Well, that's how my mama spelled it, or my grandma, whoever put it on the birth certificate. Hold on, guys. Let me clean my hands off. Because I got paint everywhere. Everywhere. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. And I did clean up from all of my stamping. I mean, my, what do you call it, yesterday. I cleaned up. My stencils are clean. My jelly plates are clean. Everything is cleaned up and ready for another round. Okay, let's move you over here. Move you right there so everybody can have some. Oh, I cut the dehumidifier off, so I'm kind of like asking for stuff not to dry. Okay, you move because I don't want you to. There we go. And there we go. That's good enough. Just make sure no paint is on the hands. I experiment, make dyes from plants and flowers. Nice. Rust water, coffee and teas. Egg dyes? Egg dyes? How do you egg dye? Let me show you something. Okay, there's these are my color inspiration boxes. There we go. So, Lydia, have you heard of Nick Nato? Last year I did some flower. I did some dyeing, some inks. Oh Lord, is that okay? I did some inks, and I got some flowers out of my rose garden. These pretty, very, very bold red flowers. Red, not flowers. They're bulbs or berries. That's what they are. And I turned them. Oh, Easter dyes. Oh, got you. Okay, got you. But this is the organic artist, and I thought it was interesting what for the books that the book stuff that he does in here. But I don't do mine like that. But you can, of course, do your own paints and stuff. So in here, let's see, where was it? See, there's the press. This is the press I got to press down my books. Oh wait, is that paper? So I was going to do paint and binders. Mineral pigments and paints. Is that it? No. But I followed his recipe. And the dyes that I have, and then the grandkids, they did crayons from the, what's that? Charcoal, like, you know, when you have a fire. We had a fire, and then they got some sticks that were in the fire and had made their own, you know, charcoals. And they used them in their own arts, too. We made junk journals while they were here. And so they got to see the process for itself. Let's see, make pulp, no. What is this one? Oh, I want to do this one because I want to try my hand at making papers. And especially after Dawn sent me, in my Happy Mail that she sent me, I want to really do that. But, let's see. I didn't have a sticky page, no. Oh, here it is, Berry Inks. So I did this one. And just like it says here, I used the berries, and they were, I can't remember what they're called. Pokeberries. That's what they were. They were pokeberries. Yep. And they're very, very, so it gave a very, very, very beautiful color. And I actually, once I made it and I let it sit up a little bit, And I did Acorn. We did Acorn ink. I'll probably do Acorn ink again because acorns have started dropping. And then there's another one that we did. What was it? Black walnut. So I've done this one, and these are in the yard right now, back on the backside. So it's fun to do your own thing. So that's why I was thinking. But after I tried them tea dyes, what did I try? Not tea dyes. I tried coffee ink and papers, and they did all right. As a matter of fact, I had them in another journal that I did. So I've already used them. So it worked out. So but this book right here, like there's the charcoal, but look at that, setting up a studio workshop. So playing around. The charcoal, see, put the charcoals on the end of a stick. Like, guys, they ain't always been go to the store and get your stuff. And this made me have more of an appreciation for my own stuff that I made, and then put it into a book because it was twofold. It was I made the ink that I use, and then I made the journal that I created. So it was, it was a lot of love went into it. So it worked out. But this is one of the books, Make Your Own Paint, Paper, Pigments, Prints, and More from Nature. So there it is if you guys want to, go get you one. I got it off of Amazon, and it's Nick Nato. He also does one for projects for the kiddos. So I got that one as well for the kids. And that's the one we tried a lot of things in it. So that's why I wanted to, like, instead of, because I had threw the book in the garbage yesterday, and I was just like, oh, and then somebody's like, oh, it could be kindling. And then I thought about it. It's just like, oh, well, everything that's going on with books right now, I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not going to, whatever. I'm going to repurpose it, just what I was planning on doing anyway. And so here we go. And looking at this black, now looking at that, what did I put on there? That's not Simon Hurley. That is just pretty. Let's see. No, that's not Simon. Oh, it is. It is the Lunar Pace. So that's the Lunar Pace on there. I like that. There are so many wonderful things to try, right? I love it. And you got grass. This is another thing when we mow the grass, and grass has that smell, which I love. But then you take grass and you just, take some papers and sit out there and just sprinkle and let the grass sit on there, and that gives it a little, kind of little brownish as the grass change. Just so yummy. But then I had to worry. I stopped doing that because I didn't want nobody to, you have asthmas or you have people that are allergic. I'm just like, okay, well, let's not get too natural. So, but this is a good book. I definitely see it. It's right down here with my rose colored books. But yeah, okay. Do you ever have a problem being inspired? So let's say we're going to make these journals, right? We have, I have several. Let's show. Not you. Oh, maybe you. Oh, all of these are down here. I forgot. And the other thing that you want to do to prep pages for your junk journal. Let's say, for instance, I'm not the type, I don't think, that I have I'll start out and have a theme for every junk journal. Like right now, I have a junk journal that I'm working on, and you guys that's been here, y'all know it's called we named her Dawn. Well, she has a theme only because of papers. The kit that I got is bees, and so that's about as close as it gets. But these pages that I'm prepping here, there's no color scheme other than the pages now, and that just happened. Just happened. But this is what I do to try to get some inspiration. I have the Sarah, like I say, the Sarah Clark cubes. And then you kind of go in here and you be like, okay, well, just pull out. It's kind of like Dear Prompts. You pull out some cards, right? And then you look. Oh, this is perfect. It's fall. I think that's perfect. And, well, that's pretty. And then it comes on the back and it tells you what color they are and color number and everything. So, and then it's look, it's a lot of work that you don't have to do. Yes, we can get, you can actually, you don't have to buy these boxes. You can go and pull up on Google and tell Google to give you some color schemes if you have an idea. But this is just, oh, that's even more beautiful. Look at that. Is that not ready for fall? So here we got dark teal, rust, blood orange, orange, and mustard. I think I'm going to leave this out. This will be inspiring. Because why? And this one is what color? Charcoal. Okay. So since these pages are already dark, right? Okay, we can put this one back. And I don't worry about keeping them in order. I don't know if I should or not. I don't care. Let's see. It's okay. It's really okay. But we have this one and this one. Okay. Let's put this back. And they're volume 1 and volume 2. Originally, I got them to decorate my studio because they're beautiful. Okay, so we got those. I also would sometimes go through, like this is a Dina Wakley Collage Collective. If I'm having problems or having like a mind block and you're trying to prep your pages because you want to do a junk journal or you want to do collages, like whatever that you are thinking about doing, if you're just like, well, I want to do it, but I'm not inspired, nothing's really kind of clicking. All you need to do is kind of go through some things. Like Dina Wakley's stuff is going to have some stuff. This page right here normally would speak to me because when I started with Dina Wakley way back when, I was, again, coming in my grief phase. So this one's kind of spoke because there was a lot of darkness on it. But check it out. Look where we are. We're already there. Like we got the background. We got a little yellow in there. And then we could bring it if we wanted to. I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything other than prep these pages with this black. Do you need to go out, girl? Let me let her out. Oh, don't fall. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me let her out. Come on. Are you going this way? You could have stayed there. I could just pull you out the door. You're on the blanket. Hold on. Come on. I gotta get up. Come on, let's get closer. Put your leg over there. Come on. There we go. There we go. Isn't that easier? There we go. Now come on, go potty. Come on, you gotta go potty. Come on. Come on. I can't sit here with the dog. It's too hot. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Good girl. There you go. All right, you can move at your leisure. Good girl. Is that good? When you get up, I'll bring the blanket back in. And go potty. Yeah? Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right, just sit there when you get done. I'll let you back in. Okay. Sorry, guys. That was better than normal. It's easier to pull her on out there and she don't have to worry about, give her a little balance. So that was better. That was a whole lot better. Zippy, hello Zippity. Zippity doo da. Zippity yay. Yeah. Sachets in with learning. Cap on Zap Zap Zine. I just love it. So we had to let Lauren out. And then once I leave her alone and let her kind of do her own thing, she'll get up and she'll move and go tinkle. Because like I said, she's been in the studio all day, totally enjoying the air condition. Now it's cooler outside, so no worries. And then she was looking like, I don't want to go out, but I know she drank water and she ate, so she'll have to go to the bathroom. Let me make sure she good. She still ain't moved. Maybe I just ignored her. I mean, not ignored her, but irritated her because I got on live and was talking because she been in here chilling all day. So, Zippy, how's your day been? Okay, so here we go. These can inspire you for going forward. I like these for colors that I feel like I might just use. Have you ever used Pantone colors? No, I've never heard of them. What are they? Is that something I need to use? Are they watercolors? Pantone. Like Pantone. You know I'm going to look it up. Colors. So, Mr. McCoy, when you get home, you can see her. It's been a day, full show. It's been a good day. Even though I had to do some adulting, it's been a good day. Came back from stretch. Stretch made my life easier, so it's been a good day. It's been a good day. I was sitting here prepping these pages, painting over them, the black pages, painting the pages black with gesso and acrylic. So I was just like, well, I'm sitting here, and then I wasn't looking at a movie or anything, so I was just like, well, let's hit that button and see who comes in. Look, we'll see who sachets in. And time I hit that button, it was a lot of people sashayed in. I was like, okay. Oh, it's a set of colors that are muted. I love them. Painted rooms with them. Huh. So, okay, Pantene. So I looked up. Oh, I'm quite sure that's not what you mean. So is there a set of colors like we have? Well, yeah, you did say it's a set of colors that are muted. Huh, give us an example of what you're referring. And Lydia, were you the one that was in the chat yesterday that said something about some glyco something for the dog? I haven't had a chance. You know, our YouTube just doesn't go back and let you. Um, it's still uploading the video from yesterday, I think it was, or this morning it was, early when I was trying to go back and look at the chat so I could get it because I didn't write it down. I wrote what Di said about the off brand for Yeppo, and I thought I wrote it down, but I did not. Okay, so but anyways, going back, not all of them are muted. Sorry. Oh, okay. So then this might be. This is saying color of the year, and it's saying mocha mousse is the color of the year. That's a pretty brown, but it's called mocha mousse. So that's so this is another way that I do get inspirations when the brain just doesn't work. It just doesn't want to, you know. And trust me, if you like a color themed journal, and these are just collage papers from Dina Wakley, which is why I like them because they always set me, no matter what tone I'm in, no matter what it is, I can always depend on this here book. It's a collective collages of her artwork that she's turned into, or her artwork that she's pretty much put in this book. And from the darks of the darks to the lights of the lights, and turn them into tags. It works out. Pages. So that's another thing that I do. I've learned to do, because remember, I have to do what's best for me. And because I love flowers, I like looking in flower books. The Flowers of Provence. And y'all know my favorite, the Flower Color Guide that we used back in, what was it, June, July? Wasn't B, but someone mentioned it. We do use Goes for One if my son's dog has joined. Yeah, that's the name of it. Let me write that down right now. That's it. That is it. That's the name. And I really don't want to be. Oh, let me write it down before I go somewhere. GLUCOSAM. Okay, cool. Um, because other than Lauren being older, like she's I think Mr. McCoy corrected me. I think he said she was 12. I think because Boaz is 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, maybe she's 10. Just turned 11 because Boaz turned, yeah, something like that. But anyways, um, if there's something I can do to help her, because she doesn't seem like her overall health otherwise is in perfect, she's in perfect condition. So if we can help her in her joints, then yes, I want to do that. But I also want to be, what is it, I don't want to be selfish either. You know, it's just like somebody that has cancer and they decide they don't want to do nothing else, they're good, it's time, they'll go and ride it out. Of course, you know, we can't do that with dogs because dogs got to get up and go outside and go to the bathroom and all that thing. This book right here, my buddy gave me this book, and it's an Inspiring Profiles of Floriculture's New Vanguard. So she is in, I love when people send me a book and then they sign it. That lets me know when they gave it to me. So this is one of my newer ones. But this page is, look at this. Stuff like this inspires me. Simple bouquets, just like the bouquet that Mr. McCoy bought. The yellow is profound in this bouquet sitting on my desk. So the yellow and then the hint of red, because there's a couple of roses in there. So it's not one of those, you know, the people that want to say, well, you need this and you need that. I don't know. I don't care. I like what makes me happy, right? And this is a simple bouquet that has a lot of things in it. And then look how it just sits up there. Now, am I inspired to paint this? No. By no means is this what I'm saying. I'm saying I look at it for color inspiration, right? There's some reds, there's some pinks, you know, that some coral look like, that dusty rose that I was talking about yesterday. Look at that. It's just beautiful. So sometimes you just have to help your mind along. Look at this. Our tables for our reception had flowers. They wasn't this big, but we did have towers in the middle of the tables that were like that. Oh, because I just love it. Drew Rios, she's a floral designer. So all these are floral designers and their work. Is that enough baby breaths for you? And so they have art in their own sense of the way. Like they're not traditional florists. Oh, that's beautiful. So that's what I'm saying. Get you some books that might inspire you to do something just from the color, or to just get your juices flowing. Oh, I like these. We have these in the yard. I think the dog tinkled on them. Oh, look at, you just go and just, can you imagine? I would love to have that, but then I would know that would be rows of me enjoying flowers and possibly a snake. So I need to be able to see the ground. And tulips. Is this tulips? Yeah. I think there's the tulips. Yes, a left, right. Oh, and that's in Cairo, Georgia. Okay, so that's that. And then, of course, all these books are from florists. Oh, look, it's so interesting. There's that dahlia. My dahlias didn't come out this year. Yeah, that's the real dahlia. And then you have the other dahlia. They're like several different ones. So, but yeah, inspiration. See, color, 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 color. That's what I wanted to make sure. So when you're prepping pages for journals and you're just like, oh, I don't have any, like, I don't know where to go with this. Sometimes you just hone in on colors, fields of colors, right? Not for painting. This is why I got on the kick of doing these, because of these poppies, because of this page right here. And I was like, isn't that beautiful? So just something that, who wouldn't want to be in a field of lavender? Color scheme, purple and green, and maybe a little beige. Not paying attention to the flowers or the lady, but the colors. So that's what I do. That's what I kind of have done in the past, is gone and done things like these books. That's why I just love them. Yes, they're beautiful pages, but I'll open it up like I did for sunflowers one day, literally from sunflowers. But there's that. And then this one I got because the flowers and their meanings. But, so this one's a little different. I was going down the rabbit hole of wanting to know more about flowers, right? Because a lot of flowers have some medicinal purposes for them. Oh, magnolia, love of nature, dignity. We have a couple in our yard. So that's what that one's for. So, and you can get these books. Well, this one I got off Amazon. Like I said, this one was a gift. These, I want to say I got out of the thrift store. Got them out of the thrift store. All dahlias put out greenery but no blooms. Same with peonies. Really? My dahlias didn't. The dog tinkled on them. I already know what happened to mine. The dog tinkled on them. And peonies or peonies, I can't grow them here. They don't. It doesn't get cold enough here for them to grow. So I've heard, Brenda, if the cold don't hit them in the wintertime, then they don't produce in the summertime or whenever they put out. And I thought that was very interesting. But then I went back to Colorado. I'm going to keep these because I like both of these. When I went back to Colorado, thought about it. I had peonies in Colorado, front yard and the backyard, and they did amazing. And as a matter of fact, the first year the second year I planted them, and they didn't do anything, and that was because that year before we didn't have a lot of snow, kind of say, but the next year when we had a good, not necessarily a freeze or anything like that, we had a good snow, like it blanketed them with snow. And so from that next year on, they put out every year. I'm very curious to know, are they still there, or did the people just think that nothing was growing there? And I don't know. Okay, front and back, front and back. This one's good. So these, I am going to be inspired with this journal with this. So maybe the cover will be this color or that color. I'm not sure, but I like all of these colors because we've already started out with this one, which is charcoal. And eggplant is a beautiful color, and I'll have to go and really hone in on the colors. Not so much, and keep in mind, this is just not paint base either. Paint base, we've already used, basically we can say charcoal, right? So all these pages will be charcoal. Then after that, when you get to putting ephemera, I already got this color down, because why? Solace Flowers, if you have not seen that printable, oh my goodness, it is beautiful. And this would work out great. Sage, I don't know. We can probably put some sage pages because I got some sage paper. Poos, I don't know about that. That looks like, it almost looks like Dusty Rose. Well, that might be Mr. McCoy because she is, nope, not. That's the dog next door. She makes sure she barks at him. And then Russ. So I'm thinking cover, maybe to cover this, but I think these colors, all of these are going to really solidify what I'm going to do going forward with this journal. All right, let me see what she's doing. Maybe see if she's moved a little bit. Are you going potty? She moved a little bit. She probably like, I'm not moving until I really absolutely have to. And I get it. Okay. So maybe me and Mr. McCoy can go look into that. Go to the store. We had a foot of snow that sat on them in January, super wet spring and early summer. Then summer went dry. Weather has been extra crazy this year. See, that's the thing. They says that they're the flowers that bloom irregardless of how the weather. So maybe it wasn't enough snow. I don't know. Or maybe it wasn't their year. Maybe next year they'll put out. Let me tell you, Dawn's in Maine. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Where's my phone? Y'all know yesterday I lost my phone and it was outside. So all these papers are on my desk. Did I do the same thing? Wait, is it in my pocket? Look. I thought I had it. Oh, I got pages everywhere. Oh, there it is on the charger. Let's see if I can get these pictures. Doo, 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 doo. Her peonies did. Peonies. Um, oh, nice. Well, I'm gonna check that out. That looks yummy right there. Thank you. Oh, Lord. I like when people send me funny stuff. That's all I want is the funny stuff. All right, let's see. Where is she? Oh, wait. I don't know. I might can't do it. Did she take her stuff offline? I don't know. Let's see. Might have. So what that means is I don't have access to it. Oh, wait. No, it is. All right, let's scroll back. Oh, Lord. We got a lot of texting. Lot. When would flowers have come out? Oh, no, I know it's way before. Oh, way before then. Oh, yeah, that was July. There we go. This was Dawn's. Does this not look like you go on somewhere and find? But this is hers in her yard, wide open, which inspired me to paint peonies or peonies. It was so pretty. So I was just like, oh, I need to really, man, look how big they are. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And look at that bulb right there. The one hadn't opened. So you can tell. And so when I moved here to Alabama and I was looking for them, and then somebody was just like, no, they don't, you can't get them from around here because they don't grow. It doesn't get cold enough is what they said. Mind you, we got snow last year. So if I would have had them, I'm wondering if they would have did fine. But for the most part, once you get them going, they'll be okay. But getting them going is the thing. And then they said get a hybrid. Well, I gave up last year. Well, this year, because the ones that I bought, they didn't even, I was just okay with leaving them in the pot so that they could take root and just at least try them. It wasn't working. So I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm good. Okay, so I have a question for myself. Let me see. Y'all know I start talking to myself. Be like, so self. Self says, now that I have a color palette, right? And then I feel like I need to go back to what I just got and check that out because that looks yummy. Still can't believe we waited. Oh, Lord. My cousin is doing a gender reveal. The baby's already here, so it's kind of like, what is it? And nobody knows. Oh, I thought we had known. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Look, let's learn together. Oh, it's a boy. Oh, isn't that a nice way? Most people do gender reveals, and so you know when the pregnancy, like you know what it is. They waited, excuse me, they waited the whole time. They didn't do a gender reveal. She didn't want to know. Did old school. And so I think that's so cute that the way she announced what the baby was. It's a boy. Because she has a girl and a boy, so it was like, what's going to break the tie, a girl or a boy? I think that was just so cute. Okay, so now that I've gotten these, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking, and y'all let me know what you think. We already used charcoal. Either way, whatever I do, it has to be dark enough that you can't see these pages because I don't want these pages to be seen. And so this won't work, that won't work. So I'm thinking, what color is that? Eggplant. Eggplant might not be. I got a dark purple, but staying in color scheme. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, my coffee's gotten cold. Let's see. I have some purple over there. Wait, where is it at? I just had it. We gel printed yesterday with it. Well, where did I leave it? We got, what color is this? That's brilliant purple. We can change it and make it to be what it. You can tell time is changing because it's getting dark early now. You coming back in? Hmm? You need to go potty. Are you done? Because you can come back in if you're done. Let's pull this blanket up so that way all your hair will get on the blanket and not on the floor. Come on. She like, I'm coming back in. There you go. All right, there you go. Move so I close the door. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Now let's find this purple. Call myself putting everything back up. So what did I do with it? Purple. Deep violet. Close enough. But I had another color. Hold on, guys. I'm coming back. Coming back. Yep, I'm going to really shellac it down. This to this and possibly maybe get that. God, what did I do with that color? Let's see if I put it in here. Are you sitting on the desk looking at me? We can make it. Ultramarine violet, but that is called eggplant. That would be too purple. We'd have to get maybe, let's see. We got purple. We want to make, nope, we want that color. Let's see, what color is that? Nope, not that color. Nope. All right, I'm probably going to have to go into my arsenal to see what colors I need to make that. Because we can make it. We can mix it up and make it. And can. But I thought I had eggplant. Literally. And Zippity, I'm going to definitely go through that thing and check out the muted. Let's do it. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I did with the one that said eggplant. You good, girl? Okay. She's back in. Lauren's back in the studio and looking very happy to be back in. I guess she didn't think I was going to let her back in here. Because, let me tell y'all something. Normally, when the dogs get big, they don't come in the studio. And that's because their hair. And when I have paint everywhere, I just don't be wanting to paint. Now, if I just did paper, it probably wouldn't matter. But when I get to doing paint, isn't that right, girl? She like, I don't care. All right, there we go. And let's get this little puppy. The Instagram link has it. Look, just from what I was looking at, it was yummy. So I feel like I wanna open it up. Heading through the hollow to check cows. Mr. A needs to start getting over here to get me earlier. It will be dark by the time we get back to the house, right? Yeah, because it's dark. It's starting to get dark. Normally now it would still be, but you can tell time is here in the States. I mean, yeah, time is getting ready to change. See, hair. All right, let's put you over there. And I need to do a little recon. Oh, let's plug this up. Oh, and y'all that were on here yesterday, I did get off of here and drizzle me some fried chicken. Because y'all know we got to talking about that food last night. And it comatose Mr. McCoy, so he didn't even hear his alarm go off. It's like, yo, dude, gotta get up. Okay, these are done. Hello, Dana. Hey, Karen. Are you on Facebook or Messenger? I'm on both. I am. As a matter of fact, if you go to my description box and you can click on my Facebook. So Facebook and Messenger, they're separate? You don't have to have both? Hey, how is Bianca? FaceTime me from Munich. Bart, what is Bianca doing in Munich? And why didn't she tell me so I could have went with her? I didn't know Messenger was separate. I guess it is an app on my phone. Listen, I really don't use either or. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, what's going on in my little town? Somebody done said something. Go do what you're trying to do. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Listen, see, that's why I don't go on social media. On my Facebook, it's Karen McCoy. That's what I was going to find. Because you might find other ones. But if it doesn't look like this, Dana, taint me. So this is it. I am Karen McCoy. Boop, boop. Is she? Or you can go on my website. You can catch me. You can catch me out there. She is there for a work conference with her insurance company. Then they're going to, oh my God. Oh, I am so jelly. Man, Austria is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Listen, let me get back to what I was supposed to be doing. I need to know Eggplant. Is that the color? Eggplant. Eggplant. Yes. She's going to take pics from the train. Oh, she's going to get on the train. Yes. We drove. I did all things driving. All right, we're going to mix up. So a purple base, mix a dark red and a blue paint. I got that. Okay, so then what you're saying is then I can take this one, because this one is deep violet. Yeah, that, and then it's saying mute with green. Well, let's see. Green. Where's some green? Gotta get some green. As a matter of fact, Barb, our BMW, that's where it was born. Listen, in Munich, the BMW dealership, whatever, factory is in Munich. And you can literally watch your car. Oh, I guess I should have asked what color green. Add a tiny green paint to your purple mixture to create a more, it resembles an eggplant. All right, that's too much, so that's what you're saying. But we're going to be doing a whole bunch of pages, so. And the only time that I rode the train was when we took the BMW to have it shipped back to the States. Okay, I'm seeing it. All right, there we are. Put more green maybe. Oh, that's pretty. So I like it. Let's grab a piece of our paper, and that will work. It's going to saturate it just fine. Okay, so I think we can just mix all this up. Why not? We just needed to get a baseline. So for those out there, when you're trying to do some color mixing and you want to prep your page with color, hey, just ask Google. Google, how you make this color? I'll just put how you make eggplant, and here we go. And remember, the other thing too is it's going to give you, like it gave me, to paint an eggplant with acrylics, you will create dark purple, right? And it says color by mixing blue and red paints. Well, at the bottom it says if you got a purple base, then all I needed to do was mute with green, which is what I did. And I think that turned out pretty yummy. This is the purple, the eggplant I was looking for, actually. So I guess it was meant for me not to have the paint. And if you see how the paint was before, so we can see that we did change it, this is what it looked like. And this one was deep violet. So cool. I love that car was straight. Yeah, I love that that car was straight from there too. We don't have it anymore. Rest in peace. I'm still grieving that car. I still have the keys and everything. That's why I say grief is not just losing a loved one, it's losing things in life. Please send a message to Dana Ellis Yates. There is a lot of oh, see, that's why I say it's Karen McCoy, McKoy. I'm the real McCoy. Okay, let's see, where are we? Send a message to, no, that's AI. I don't want that. How do you send? Oh, there it is up there. I don't even use this much. Oh, the last time a message came out, it was from my friend. He has passed away. That made me sad. Okay, so Dana Ellis, ELLIS, Yates. Okay, I think that's you right there. At D Yates 70. That be you? Before I be done sent it to someone, because you know I don't know what people look like. Oh, yep. Also a minute on mindless crafting. That will be you. Here I am. There we go. Sent you. You say I found it now. I spelled it. Yeah. Yep. So I respond either way. That's why I tell y'all I'm the real McCoy. Now y'all see why I say I'm the real McCoy. MCKOY. Which is why I like to have my stuff up, because if I don't, that's what people do. They'll do the McCoy. They'll hear McCoy and be like, "Oh, McCoy." And they'll do it just the way you did. And it's like, "Nope. We are MCKOY." There we go. But I think there's a couple Karen McCoys even with MCKOY, but you can definitely tell the difference because I'm a little more of the darker shade. So sometimes you can tell that. All right. I'm going to see if I like this, because we're just going to shellac this on. If it doesn't cover up like I want, then we are not going to worry about it. But I do love that purple. Do y'all not love that purple? So look at, I think it needed to be a little lighter. This is more darker purple. So to lighten it up, maybe I shellac some. Hey, Di. How are you? We over here shellacking these pages, Di. Hold my beer. Wait a minute. Hi, lovely. About to go, people. Oh, about to go, people. Hold my beer. Oh, Lord. Are you going to have a beer? Because that might make peopling a little bit more enjoyable. Maybe. All right. Is all done on the back? Nope, this one isn't. And I'm also not enjoying this brush as much as I want to. There we go. Just shellac it on. So just think about this one. So we got the page, we got purple here, we got black on that side. And so when it's in the journal, it's going to fold like so. And so you're going to have that page, and then you come over to some nice purple. And most of them I'll probably leave the way that I had them, because I think I'm liking the gesso better. Let's see if this is going to give me that more of a color. So, again, all I want you to do is have fun. Have fun. Don't worry about it. Just have fun. Okay, we'll have to let it dry, and then I'll see. But so far, I like that color. Now, I think maybe what I will do is have a section of the dark colors. I'm gonna lighten it up just a smidge. Cause why? We're just playing. And I need to use all this paint, cause I got some more paint I want, and I got my mines. I can't do. Oh, see, that is yummy. Okay, I like that, and it has black in it. So that's more violet, but not far. Not that one. Maybe right here in the middle. No worries. So maybe we're just going to slap some paint on these papers. That's all we're going to do. We're not worrying about how we're going to construct the journal. I jumped ahead of myself. I did. Do apologize for that. I got to thinking about what will need to go on the inside when all I'm supposed to be doing is covering up these words on the book. And then we're going to move forward with that. That's it. Whatever looks good, looks good. It's not a... All right, this one needs to be black because I do like the way it looks on the other side with that Simon Hurley paste. Hey, I hope Mo got her heat fixed. I haven't been on the internet today to go in any lives to see if, because I miss PM Artist Studio because I had to be. I was out peopling today. Didn't do a whole lot of peopling, but I saw some people. Saw some people. Where's that? I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. And slap some so it can go with what's on the back. Because this is the one we put. I like that. That little shimmer on there. Lauren, you rolled over off of the blanket. Which you mean I probably need to just get the vacuum cleaner and put down here. Because I hate hair. Now, when we were in Colorado, the dogs didn't shed. They need all their hair. Oh, that probably was Mr. McCoy she was barking at. Because I think I hear him or either Boaz. I'm not sure. Oh, that's him. Okay. Huh? Lauren might need to go to the bathroom. Did y'all hear him? Home. I'm going to put a bell on him. Because when he comes in the house sometimes I don't hear it. Because I'm on the back side of the house. And you can't really hear pretty. So. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I think we've done half of the pages. Let's see, make sure front, back. We don't want any of it. Carrie was live earlier when I was in the car going to, I think I was coming back. So I had to go back and see what she was making because when I'm in the car, I be listening. And sometimes I can listen, but then sometimes when y'all lives get so good and y'all be like, see this and I'm doing this, and then that I have to cut it off because then I can't concentrate. I need to, y'all know, I need to concentrate. How was the book club? How was the book club? Y'all tell Mr. McCoy, God bless you, because I know y'all heard him. Oh, probably didn't, because he's the reason I have the noise cancellation on. Okay. Oh, all right. We're starting with new pages after this. Then we're going to just go and put... Let's see. I like this brush. I don't like this brush. Uh-oh. I'm not in... Sorry. It's off the screen. I want to see how this is going to dry. It was good. It was a teacher book club. Nerdy stuff. Hey, I like nerdy stuff. Are y'all reading a book? Dana, did you send me a message so I can make sure? Because I'll have to check it now. Because it'd be 2-3 days later. My kids be like, did you get what I sent you on Messenger on Facebook? I'd be like, mm-mm. Okay, I got it. That's a pretty picture. Who is that? Very much so beautiful. We have unread messages. I need to go back. Oh, Lord. Oh, well. Yeah, I got to go back. I'll catch up. Sounds like I got some homework to do. Okay. I'll write a note to make sure. Okay, let's put some of this in this because this doesn't need to be that light. I don't like it that light, so stop bothering the white. And at the Bletchley Riddle, it's a middle school novel breaking the Enigma code during World War II. And do y'all have to read the book before y'all give it to the kiddos? Is that how this is working out? Oh, y'all, I want pan pastels. Anybody on here use pan pastels? I'm talking about those cute little pan pastels. You know I want it because they're cute. But I have pastels that I actually use. I do use them in my mixed media. Okay, this brush seems to get it done better. This one's just cute. Or I feel like maybe. Let's see. By the time it's all done, I'm going to have eggplant. That's for sure. I can stay away from the white. The white just making it lighter. Well, we are reading it and deciding if we want to teach it, but I already know I can't because we aren't allowed to read whole books anymore. Wait, huh? You say whole books? Oh, you just confused. Look, this book thing, I'm not even on the bandwagon with. Y'all see I'm over here slapping paint on paper for a book that I just was not offended by. I was just like, oh, I can't put this in my junk journal. So, you say whole. You aren't allowed to read whole books. When you mean whole, we're talking about the length of the book, right? And I don't mean for you to go and have to type all that in, but just a little girl over here. Exactly. Only excerpts. Oh my. Well, just not fun anymore, huh? I had a teacher. That's how I learned how to read. Was a long form. Let's call it long form book. And every day I would come home and she'd tell me to read different parts of the book. So it had to be a long book. They say that kids these days can't pay attention to a whole book anymore. Wow. Wow. Is that, well, let me ask. So is that true? Tammy, since you are teaching them, have you found that to be true? Their attention spans are not long? Because I get it. So basically, they're just saying everybody's ADHD right off the jump and just give them cliff notes. Is that what we're saying? Just learning over here. Some of us break the rules, though, huh? I love reading, which is why sometimes it's hard for me to go through a book and break it down because I'll spend too much time reading it, right? Like, hence, y'all saw this book. I wasn't even paying no attention to the contents of it while I was having fun jelly plating or gel printing on it. And it's just not something that would, I mean, it's okay if it would have stayed in my studio, but it's just not something because I'm going to put the journal together and sell it, it's not something I would have wanted to have to worry about whoever got it and then be upset about the book. Because I hear books are upsetting folks these days. Hey, Dawn Hill, how are you? We got 2 of the Fab Fives in the room today. Oh, how's Dad doing? What is the title of your spicy book? Becoming Southern. That was the title of it, Becoming Southern. But it was the kind of book I know you probably can't have in your school. Hey, Maddie. Oh, Maddie, I'm so happy to see you. Maddie, guess what I have coming? Guess what, Maddie? Guess what I have coming to the house? Oh, that looks good. But that's not our color, but we're going to go with it. But what color is this one? Sure. Where's the color? Probably looking right at it. Oh, blue permanent. Hmm. I like that one. Keep it away from the white because we are. No, it's on the Scan and Cut is on a world tour. It's on a world tour. It was supposed to be in here Monday, but for whatever reason, it's in Illinois now. So it's taking its time, and I'm just gonna say it's taking its time for whatever reason. But nope, something else inspired by you. But Tammy, so this book, I think it had some good information in it. I would actually have to go and do some research to see how accurate it is. But it's just one of those books that yeah, it had absolutely nothing to do with becoming Southern. Absolutely nothing. Like, that's why yesterday Di says, like, well, how do you become Southern? And yeah, so one thing led to another. That yesterday's live was it was interesting because I was like, wait, what? Right? Because I didn't pay attention to it. That's how much I was into what I was doing. So today, instead of throwing these beautiful pages away, because I love the paper, we are prepping these pages for our junk journal. That's one of my unpaid jobs. I read pre-read books when there are any concerns. Most are okay. Some I might bump up the age. Oh, nice. I have to look it up. Binders for swatch books. Nope, got binders for swatch books. Got that. Yep. You must not have checked your comment. You know what, Tammy, hold on. Now that you just said that, I'm very curious to see if I can even Google this book. Oh, as I got paint all over my hand. Let's see. Because I got it. So I got the book in a thrift store in a box of books. And it was just one of the 10 I think I got. And I never paid any attention to it. And it's the first one that I pulled out of the box. And I pulled it out because of the cover. Maybe I can find it if I can spell it. Becoming. Let's see, is that it? Yep, that's it. It's on Amazon, guys. Becoming Southern, The Evolution of a Way of Life, Warren County in Vicksburg, Mississippi, 1770 to 1860. So you can just imagine what the contents on the pages are saying. Shoot, and that sucker is $37. It's a thick book. They say it's only one left in stock. Order soon. Let's see. I should have did this yesterday. The Big Muddy and Environmental History. Interesting. Books like this do interest me, but I wouldn't make a junk journal out of it. So I would have kept it, read it, and it would have been in my studio, but I wouldn't have made, again, you just never know who's going to buy your junk journal. Like, you never know, right? So that's just it for me. And because I had already gel printed these pages and they was taken to the paint, so I kind of fell in love with the pages, not the words on the pages. So, but yesterday I was on a chapter, I guess, that was going a little bit deeper than I really wanted it to be. And I'm just like, what the heck am I using? It was kind of where it was, but y'all know it doesn't bother me. It's life. It was the past. It happened. Nothing I can do about it. But however, I choose not to want to read it. Make a journal out of it. So we're gonna continue using these pages though. And is and I guess I didn't need a book for it because I live in Alabama. It says the author is born and raised in Canada. Huh. But he has a PhD. That's interesting. So how can you want to write a book? You're in Canada. I would have thought that person, I didn't even read up on him. I guess I would have thought more of somebody, from the South, Mississippi or Alabama, because it's about Mississippi. I would have thought that it would have been, I don't know, but these pages, I can say, are kind of turning into eggplant when they're drying. So we are doing good. The left side of my desk is looking really, really yummy. It's giving me joy. So these pages are not all bad. We got a heads up on a book that's in a book fair this fall. I think it's a Riverdale book. The back says it tells places students can... What? Oh my goodness. Aimed at sixth grade? What? I looked it up yesterday. It's not a book I'd want in my home. I don't think I want a freaking book in my house telling my kiddos how to hook up. Wait, is that what we're doing now? So are these the books we're talking about? Because they were talking about banning books and all the things. I didn't really, y'all know I don't get on those kind of wagons, especially because it doesn't really directly involve me now. To me, that's my daughter's fight for my grandkids, right? And that's really the way I go about my life. If it doesn't knock on my door, I don't kind of bother it. Kind of don't. And that's just because I got my own crap going on. Some people don't like it, and I don't give a darn. Truthfully, it's just like I tell people: until you stood in front of two caskets at one time, don't come for me, and I won't come for you. And that's just me. But I try to lead people to joy. And so once they finish with that kind of hard stuff, that's what I call the hard stuff in life. Once you finish with that, then I just kind of want you to still breathe. Now ask yourself, what can you do? Can you change anything, or can you do anything? Because some people are meant to be advocates for this stuff. I'm just not. I'm just not. So that's just where I am with it. But a book about hooking up, I can't even believe somebody would be even thinking about putting that in school. Like, why would you want to write a book to tell kids how to hook up in the sixth grade? I can say I wasn't thinking about hooking up in the sixth grade. Are the kids thinking about hooking up in the sixth grade? Well, yeah, I guess so. Because when I did do elementary school, fourth and fifth graders were doing some strange things, not even for some change. So, I guess. Hi, Val. Welcome to Slapping Paint on Paper. Welcome to Create Joy Studio, where we are over here healing one brush stroke at a time. Just over here prepping these pages for this upcoming journal. And we were chiming in on some things with Tammy with her school, and then Brenda just floored me. Whoa. Okay, so Brenda, will that book pretty much get sidelined, or like, how does that, what happens? Like, I don't even know. Let's get back to Slap Paint on Paper. I don't know. See, that's why I can't go there, because it's like I don't be knowing what or what the how or whatever. I just be wanting to create joy, right? I was talking about the book you have, not wanting it in my house. Oh, the book at the book fair will be pulled from the shelves. Okay, got you. Right. So see what I'm saying, Brenda? So you would not have wanted me, even though if I made the junk journal and we best of buds, you'd be like, Karen, what the hell? Where'd you get this? And why would you think I want this? Like, that's in my mind. That's the way I think about it. Right. So that's just how it was. And I was just like, oh, okay. Y'all know I don't know this. Okay. Maddie be doing that. Good to see you. That's what that would mean. GTSY. Good to see you, Karen. I'm trying to learn them. I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up. But I don't have my kiddos in the house texting me and doing all that stuff no more. So it's just like I kind of get a little behind. That one's going to be pretty. Let's mix up. So we kind of got a little inspired over here while we're covering up these book pages because we're going to use these pages. We are. See how this one, it's still coming through. So then I would still go on top. But I don't want to saturate the pages so much so till they become very fragile. But these are some good, this is a good quality paper. So we've learned a lot about this book today. And I'm kind of happy about, again, I would, for its accuracy, I would have to go back and, but it was about Mississippi. My information is for Alabama. So, but it's just got some good stuff in it. Some interesting stuff, I should say. And so we're just slapping paint on it, enjoying these pages. I don't like that color. That's kind of, that made a different color. Maddie, I'm getting some Versa Claire. Because you didn't, I don't think you guessed it. They will be here. Me and Barb was, after I saw your video, and then I was talking to Barb, and Barb's like, oh yes, I love them. And I was just like, okay, this might be a little better, especially since I'm over here jumping into this card making world. I don't have time to be fumbling around with these other ones, and y'all know which ones I got. And then I got those new ones from Simon Hurley, and they are not waterproof. They are watercolors. But they are beautiful. Okay, I like that. That's not a lot, but it's the pretty page. And so whenever I finish with, and this is our color scheme for, because we did pick the color scheme for it. Yes, VersaFine Claire. That's it. Yes. And I found some on Mercari. So Mercari has just been doing me good. So can't wait. The lady messaged me today and said she will be sending them out tomorrow. Hopefully they won't have to go on a world tour like my scanning cut. But we're going to be patient. There we go. All right. I want y'all to know the other side of my desk is just so pretty. Lauren, your daddy's home. You got to go eat. Are you going to want to eat down there? I guess we'll leave you in my studio because you don't have to worry about the door. Okay, let's see if I can move this. Everybody close your eyes so y'all can see. I want y'all to see what over there looks like. Is that not yummy? All those beautiful pages. Look at that. All of them. It's a whole bunch. Okay, going back on this. Oh, there we go. Boom. Okay. The black is my absolute. That's what Barb said. That's the color she uses is black. So I got, okay, so you use black for sentiments. So I was thinking, because I'm thinking, and my mind is really, really honing in on when I get the scanning cut, that I want to really, really make my own things. Also, they are great for embossing. Nice. Now, I love a good embossing. That's why I had the StazOn. I had StazOn for embossing, but they've all dried, like it's dried up. I just don't feel like it should have dried up so fast. Okay, I don't like this one. It's just not working for me. All right, you go in there and get cleaned off. We're going back to our Old Faithful. So this is black gesso that I got. This Dina Wakley. It was brand new, y'all. I was just like, see, it was being preserved for such a time as this. And then when I get these pages prepped and ready, you know, to put in a journal, and whoever gets the journal, they get some clear, paper pages to create. I already kind of have backgrounds. So, yeah. But that's what I enjoy. I think I love the fact that y'all both have said that. Are you painting over becoming Southern? Yes, I am, and is. I'm already Southern. I don't need to become Southern. I bleed sweet tea. And I'm almost done. So this is like, yeah, no, I was going to show you that page. I'll keep it to myself. I'll do it over here. Hey, Bernadette. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, we're here in the studio hanging out, painting over becoming Southern. I really, really, really was going to have fun with these pages because I was going to paint over the prints. Because y'all know I did some printing on the ones I did prints on. And they're back there. I'll have to do them. But I was going to enjoy painting on them. Like painting flowers on them. So now we're going to have to cover it up. And I switched it up and start putting acrylic paint on. So that works out. So I have Bernadette, Barb, and Dawn Hill. So we have 3 of the Fab 5 in the room. They were here from day one. When I was watching the replay, I didn't realize that people actually read the pages. Then I lost it when it didn't get any more screen time. Yeah. Yep. It did not need to get any more screen time, especially that chapter that I was on. Yeah, it didn't need to. I didn't even need to like have none. So, but yes, Bart, people actually read the pages. It was so I was like, whoa. I mean, not that it was a problem either. It was just that I wish I would have paid attention, and I probably wouldn't have done that on the live. I wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been my book of choice to do. Because again, it's not my intention to, maybe if somebody do see team replay of that video, and be like, what in the world, because we were even joking about it, like, how do you become Southern? Like, didn't know. Hey Shay, how are you? So, but we were having a conversation when I went to Stretch today, and they were in there and they were saying that the kids of today, they're what did he say? He said, so the young lady that I think works there, she has a little kiddo. And I don't talk about kids because I'm not in today's genre with raising kids. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to put green in there. So I can't give any information on kiddos. Hey, Shay, I am doing wonderful. I went to Stretch today, so I am doing amazing. The hips are flexing. I can bend all the way down and put my hands flat on the floor. Those are the things that I live for. So listening to them talk in there, sometimes it's like going to the hair salon. But listening at her talk about her, I don't even know how old the kiddo is. I was like, I don't know what I was. I don't know what word to put to it. Like, I've taught at elementary school. I've seen some things, right? But what she was saying, I was like, wait, what? Like, in my mind, the first thing be like, well, who's the parent? But that's the old school in me, okay? I don't think I could become Southern by reading the book. Maddie, here's the crazy thing. The title has absolutely positively nothing to do with the content of the book. Let me tell you that. Um, which was why I was baffled, because I was baffled. Just leave it there, because just it's crazy. So I had to back up and just listen to them, because I was coming at it from a perspective of, back then, in my day, we going back to my day when I was growing up. You didn't say a lot of things to grown folks. As a matter of fact, you wasn't even allowed really to be in the room when grown folks were in the room, right? So it was no word of you finna say something. Um, but she was saying that, how the kiddo was talking and whatever, and I was just like, oh Lord, let me get out of here. And so, but then the person that, the other young lady, she's like, well, Miss Karen, you have 7 kids. What do you have to say about it? I was like, oh my God, why would you include me? Like, my kids are grown. I'm an empty nester, so why would you include me? She's like, well, I'm curious. I was like, well, my kid wouldn't say none of that. Like, you just don't talk to your elders that way. And that's a Southern thing, or it's a respect thing. I don't know. I still don't talk to my grandma crazy. I seen the lady slap a pig up on a hook and gut him. So, I'm just saying. But, and I'm also not around people that are raising kids like that now either. Even though I have grandkids, I'm not around, and I kind of close my ears and eyes to parenting. When they're parenting their children, I really don't say anything, because I'll just want to love on them. When they come to my house, I'm not here to train them or teach them or whatever. I mean, I give them a little bit of, hey, that's not cool, or that's not, whatever, but I'm not here to, I guess, undo maybe what my daughter's or my son is doing. That's what I mean. So if they say you can stay up till 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, my answer to that is you can do that at their house if it's a school night. But usually the kids come to my house in the summertime. So if they want to stay up, as long as you don't bother me and keep me up, I'm fine. And that's just how that is. But I'm just always interested to hear parenting, and then kind of look at it based on, I still can't look at it based on my kids, because again, all my kids are grown. All of them. And they've been gone. So, and even now, when my grandmothers, because I got both of my grandmothers, my mother's mother, both of them, if they're talking, I'm not talking. And I'm over 50. Until they address me or ask me my opinion, I still don't say nothing. That's why I was telling my cousin Sarah, just like, you too combative. That's why she don't be want to talk. So she's like, well, I got stuff to say. I know. And so for me, I don't have nothing to say. I'd be like, well, Grandma, what you want? What you need? Or if she's saying something about her time, I listen and let her say what she want to say, and then I move on. I mean, ain't no sense in arguing about it. So that's just me. Even me and Mr. McCoy, we have different styles with raising kids too. Um, he's a knock 'em across the head kind of guy, and I'm just like just love on him. They need a little love. And then he look at me afterwards when the love didn't work and be like, no. And chop their block off. And I just be like, well, you can't do that. I had 7 children and I did not. The first 3, I kind of wish if I had it to do all over again, I would raise them individually. Can y'all relate? Like you have a pattern. It's just like, okay, this is my pattern, right? Um, But it didn't. I learned once I got daughter number 2, really, and daughter number 3. It's like, oh, this ain't working. These 3, they're all different. And so when the last set of kids came along, I raised them based on their personality. So that was easier, but also hard too. Is that Lagia in October? Is that how, am I not pronouncing that right? We just over here slapping paint on paper. Prepping these pages, these beautiful pages. These are still beautiful pages. I don't care. But we don't need to know what they say no more. It's time for this book to be out of what? Print. I mean, out of print in my studio. They say it's one more left on Amazon. So there we go. And I'm running out of space on my desk. So hold on. Oh, yeah, you got it. Oh, I did. Okay, thank you. Listen. Whew. All right, let's move these. Because remember, I have to still let the front dry, and then I got to flip it over and do the back. So that's why I was trying to keep them on my desk as much as possible. But we might have to, oh wait, I got this and these. Okay, these are done, so we can move these. What about you? Front and back. Okay, yep. So just imagine these folds over in the journal. And I'm probably going to round the edges. Maybe, I don't know. But this is a color scheme that I'm going with. And that's why I came up and tried to make eggplant, because we already had charcoal. We was already using charcoal. Rust, maybe the front cover could be rust. Not sure. But I know it won't be sage, because I wouldn't want it to be light. So if y'all have any color cover, I mean, even the cover maybe could be eggplant or rust. But I don't think I would like for it to be whatever Poos is. Don't know. Poos looks like Dusty Rose to me. Just looks like Dusty Rose. But you know, when you have these colors, this is what I like about the Sarah Renee Clark little box cards, is they give you the numbers to make the color. So let's say if you wanted to go to a paint store and you go, hey, I need this color, and they put that in the machine and you get that color. Which colors of ink do you have coming? Ooh, hold up. Let me share the yumminess with Maddie. All right, let me pull up my order. So, oh Lord, where is it? I know a pink is one of them. My oldest son started school in 1983. My youngest son graduated high school in 99. My oldest daughter started school in, okay. Youngest daughter graduated high school in, oh Lord. Yes, okay. I've watched kids change for the worse behavior-wise due to changes in parenting. Some parents seem afraid to correct their kids. 100% agree with that. From Brenda, I'm with you. From what I've seen, like, you couldn't pay me to say nothing to some kids these days. I would not. I would not. It all depends. Let me take that back, because I have said something to. I stopped this young man and I was like, nah, what you're doing ain't cool. I was ready for the feedback. I was ready for the comeback. But it's not so much as the kiddos, it's the parents. Well, you say something to their kids and the parents come for you. And I'd be like, well, you better get little Donnie and take him on home. Okay, let's see. Where's the order? Duh. Just did it last night, so it should be right here. Did I? I know it's okay, so it's pink. I don't know the name, but it's a pink, a black, and I think the other one is a version of pink too. But I was gonna give you the name. Let's see. I guess I deleted that one, or maybe that's not the email. Let's do this one. Nope. Yeah, I did some deleting of emails today. I did. I hate to see emails when I've read them. I hate for them to be there. But let me go to Macari. I can just pull it up on there. Yeah, I remember deleting it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did. But here we go. It is charming. Is it charming, pink, tulip, red, and black? And whatever the black is, I can't see. Onyx black? I think it's onyx. Yeah, onyx black. And she's sending, I didn't know they had re-inkers. She's sending a re-inker with it. So it's like, cool. And then the other color is, let's see, and the price, that's why I did it. So after watching your video, Maddie, I was just like, oh my good, these are so pretty. So I was just like, oh, let me go on Mercari, because I went on Etsy, and Etsy they were just like, oh but the other colors, I know it's a yellow, because you know I gotta have yellow in my world. Yellow has to be in my life. So we have Monarch, Medieval Blue, Warm Breeze, Acorn, and Cheerful. And Blick had them for like $9. So I'm excited for those to come. And I said, well, look at Maddie's over here inspiring, because I was coming back from Montgomery Saturday when I was looking at that video. And I was like, oh, I wonder how these would be with, the stamping of all the things. All right, let's move this over here. We got to move to the other side of the desk. That's pretty. That one, kind of. I like these. So, okay. There is a 16-year gap between my youngest son and my oldest daughter. So there was between the youngest and the oldest, she was in 15, 16. What she was over 16. She was 15. She was in 10th grade. So yeah, that's the difference between the oldest and the youngest, and pretty much the second one too. And then, yeah. But the rest of them in the middle are close, well, especially the twins. All that to say, I've had a lot of years to watch kids and see changes. Yes, I agree. Because you look at the 83. So I was in that 83 because I graduated in 86. So that that thing. And then you got high school 99. By the time 99 came along, I had 3/11, 97. My youngest was born in 97. So yeah, by then all my kids were done and in school. And it was just interesting. And that's why I always say I think teachers should be called. They shouldn't just, you know, go to school and decide, oh, well, it's easy to go and let me become a teacher. So that's just me. And that's just me watching teachers involve themselves in my youngest son's life. My youngest son, he caught more hell in school than any of my children. And not more so because of he had some help from his biological, but he was just so daggum smart. And when he would do his work, then of course he became a little problem, because he was done with his work, but became a little problem in class. You want to entertain everybody else. So what we ended up having to do, and luckily I was in a school system that I was able to get with the powers that be, and be like, hey, can we test this kid or something? It's just like he's not a troublemaker. It's just like he needs something to occupy his time. Like, I feel like the work wasn't challenging enough. And sure enough, once we tested him, that's what it was. He was in first grade, and he tested out, he tested out, like, hit it out of the ballpark. But you couldn't take a first grade and put him in like sixth grade. That's just how he was. But they gave him more challenging work. So, and even now, he's too smart for his own good. Even now, as an adult, just too smart for his own good. So, and those kind of kids, they do good with their hands, because their minds is always moving. I was 19 when I had my first son, and I was 33 when I had my fifth. So you sound about like a little bit in there with me. I'm happy with the range that I had kids, because I was able to grow definitely with the first two, but I had more of an open mind, I think, when the rest of them kind of grew up and came along. And it would be interesting for my kids, you know, and I'd be having a conversation. I'd be like, nope, if you want to know anything, just ask me. If you can ask the question, then I can give you the answer. But don't go ask your friends. And Lord, Portia, that's daughter number 3. Because I was pregnant with Joshua, and she's just like, where do babies come from? Where's that baby going to come from? And does it come, somebody had told her the Cabbage Patch. I was like, nope, the baby's not coming from the Cabbage Patch. It's coming out of my belly. And she didn't go no further with that, so I didn't go any further. So y'all know what she went to school and told those kiddos. It's like, well, my mama's going to have a baby. And the little girl said something, I don't know how it got to the, where's the stork going to deliver it? And she's like, no, the baby's coming out of my mama's belly. She's like, no. And then, of course, they have this little conversation. You can just picture it, of the little girls having a conversation. And then the one little girl says, it comes through the belly button. And I was just like, oh, Lord, I'm glad it don't come through the belly button. Okay, doing 82, 86, 88, 90, 95. Okay, I can't do 95, but 82, 84, let's see, 82, 84, 88, 90, 92. We had 2 in 92, and then 97. I like them. I like them numbers. There's some, look at these numbers. There's some well-rounded numbers. Some good years. I wouldn't change anything. I really wouldn't. I love my knuckleheads. And then to see all of my knuckleheads. All of my children have children except for one. And my bonus children, we have 2 bonus children, and neither one of them have children. And at this point in time, I don't think they're going to have children. So, oh, see how we've used up paint? It's all gone. Well, you know it was that much left in there, but we can throw that in the trash. So, something else that comes along when you're prepping pages, you can get rid of maybe some paint that you have not used. 78, can't relate. That's more me. I'm closer, so Brenda can't relate to that one. 78, 80, 80. Oh, you got twins, Brenda? Wait, those are kids' years, right? So you got twins? Because I got 2 92s. I've seen smart kids get into mischief due to boredom. Yep, that's where that one went. Bored as heck. And when he bored, that's exactly what happened. And that's a whole story that one day I hope he will tell his story so that he can help educators or help schools to work with children that are like him. Because a lot of kids, they're not troublemakers. They just need something to do. And like I said, luckily for me, in the beginning, I was there. And the same thing was for Joshua. After Joshua realized it wasn't it wasn't cool to be smart, he would just, you know, fake the funk to be dumb. You know, I'm just like, dude, wait, what? He was smart. When it came time to take the test never went with the grades. Ever. Ever. We got a few more pages to go. I like this one. I like what I just did, so I'm going to have to do that and put some, let's put this down first. So this is gesso. These are just notes back here. He put his notes, so I guess he can back up where he got his information from. And the good thing is all this stuff is public knowledge now, so if people really wanted it, they could go get it. We have it read at our family reunions. Some of it. Well, not some of it, most of it, because it's part of our history, so. And if you want to know more, then that's where you do a sidebar. Go learn some more. I'll say learn some things. Yeah, see, that needs to be darker. Yeah, so you can still see it. Even when it dries, you're still going to be able to see it, which is why I ended up putting the black on there. My girls used to complain that they couldn't get away anything because the boys had trained me to be on the lookout. I think we know what girls are. I raised my girls because I know what a girl would do. Boys, I kind of, you know, I don't think I put as much pressure on the boys as I did on the girls. But the girls were older. That happened to my godson. He flunked kindergarten. Then the school district tested him and he was placed in a gifted program. Yes, that's the best thing that they could do. I don't know, you can bring it over here, but I really think she needs to go use the bathroom, but she don't seem like she want to. But you can put it there and see if she'll eat. Lauren, you want to eat? You want to eat? She's like, yeah, you gonna serve it to me? Yeah, he gonna bring it to you. Want your food? She over here in the corner. But it was easy for her to come through that door, of course.
She probably wants some wet food.
Well, wet food. You put wet food in there?
In the morning when I give her her meds.
Oh, look how she looking around. She's like, no, I don't want that. Oh, Brenda, I have twins. The twins are Alexander and Alexis, a boy and a girl.
All right, I'll give it to you.
I mean, you can leave it there. She might eat it. But she's going to have to go to the bathroom. So I guess in the morning when you get her, she'll be in the studio. I'll leave her down here. She seems to have done, this has been the best I think she's done. I just didn't like her being out there when I cut the dryer on. You know, that the heat, the air comes through there.
Mm-hmm.
So she was kind of a little, but she's been fine. She's been in here all day, even when I went to stretch.
Okay, let me situate.
Okie dokie. So Brenda, how old are your twins? Like, wait, okay, they were born in 90, so they're grown too. I mean 80. The twins were born in 1980. So no, not Shaquila's age. And then Mr. McCoy and I, we have two children. His two children match two children of mine. So we have four children that are the same age. Very interesting. Okay, now we got that. Oh, yes. She eating her food, y'all, which is good. Now we're going to put some gesso on top of it. I got some, what those things called? Some cupcakes. Ooh, they're chocolate. She made vanilla with chocolate icing. I had to stop. I had to put them in the back seat of the car in the truck so I wouldn't eat them before I got home. They were so good. Okay. Oh, I don't want this to get painted. I would always. So Brenda, did you get this? When people would see your twins, they'd be like, "Oh, double trouble," and I would always be like, "No, a double blessing. God made two of mine and one of yours." Used to just really burn my butt. Be like, these kids are babies. Why would you call them trouble? They ain't even walking. Like, they were little. I guess she was hungry. She is gulping that food down. Which means she's definitely going to have to go to the bathroom. But the good thing is she won't have to go far because she can go outside my studio. Mr. McCoy would just have to pick it up. That's all. Oh, I don't like that color. Okay, let's put some green. We learned something. We take it and, well, let's see. That's a different color. Oh, wait. There, it's coming. It's coming. Mix it up. So what's everybody watching? Is there anything good that somebody's watching you can recommend that's on? I don't really look at TV because I want to kind of look at stuff all in one setting. I'm looking at Desperate Housewives. Anybody looked at Desperate Housewives? Oh, yours are identical boys. Oh my God. I bet they did. Yes. Oh, so Brendan, this is the other thing. People will see the twins and they be like, are they identical? I was like, it's a boy and a girl. Be like, well, are they identical? It's a boy and a girl. Like, it's a boy and a girl. And I just keep saying it's a boy and a girl. They can't be identical. That used to be fun. Okay, I like that. Still good appetite. Yeah, good appetite, good sign. So so Maddie, that's what I was saying earlier. Right before, well, I think maybe right before, maybe I don't know. But everything else about her is perfect. Like there's nothing else wrong with her. Especially now since they've got that infection that was in her paw done. She's all of everything is great. So it's just that walking, because she has arthritis. So that's why I want to get the stuff that, like I wrote it down, that glucosamine or glycosamine, whatever, and see if that will help. Maybe help the help it. Maybe I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say with it, but kind of make it to where it's not so painful. Because I do know it's some stuff out there to help the bones kind of regenerate cells and stuff like that. Of course, But for as the vet said, everything else about her is excellent. So if we can get those where she could walk great, a little better, then I think she'll be okay until, life just really is okay. It's time for her to go. And again, that could be my wishful thinking. I don't know. LOL, a boy and a girl, are they identical? Isn't that funny? And I used to they're a boy and a girl. Like, why would they be identical? But they're twins, but are they identical? And they did look alike, but it was definite she was a girl and it was definitely he was a boy. And I used to have fun with it. Say, since y'all gonna act ignorant, I'm gonna act a little ignorant too. And then when I kept saying it, and then sometime when people, they would keep looking, and then afterwards they would think about it, and it was like, oh, it's a boy and a girl. And then they look at me like, a little smart behind. Double the trouble, double the fun, double the blessing. Heard it all. I got real good at ignoring a lot of people. God, just. So that's why when I got pregnant with Andrew, I was so, so big. I thought I was having twins again. It's like, Doc, can you look? Peep, turn me over. I'm just huge. I was just all belly. And it was because he was a 10-pounder. I was like, I'm done. I think it's broke. It'll never work again. There we go. Okay. Let's put some of this on here. And then when they went to school, I asked them to split them up. And they said, well, it won't be a problem because it's, we can tell them apart. It has nothing to do with them being seen as being apart. I want them to be there, have their own friends, be their own person. Just because they're twins and happen to be born at the same time. Oh, yeah, she was hungry. She done cleaned that bowl. Good girl. And twins have never skipped a generation, so I'm waiting to see. I thought one of my kids, everybody has kids, but nobody's had twins. But it's never skipped a generation yet, so I'm trying to see who in my kids' generation is going to have kids. Oh, that's right. Bernadette's a twin, too. My twin brother and I look just alike. The only difference I had breasts. Yeah, y'all did look alike. And Alex, you are like Alex and Alexis. Alex was tall and Alexis was short. So it was definite. You definitely knew there was a difference there. But he was his mama's child, and she is her daddy's child because her daddy's short. I'm tall. But they are fun. And neither one of them have had twins. I don't know if I think everybody's on that front is paused on having babies, I think. I don't know. I just know when I get a notification or a box in the mail that looks like it might be something, because that's what Portia did. It's like sent me a box with a sonogram in it and some chocolates, letting me know that she was pregnant. It's like, oh, okay. All right. Now let's put some of this on top of that and see how that dries, because I really like the way that kind of worked out. So now y'all get to see how slapping paint on paper really started. Really, just slapping the paint on the paper. I always wished I could have had twins. If I'd have had twins 1 and 2, I wouldn't have had no more. So I'm glad I didn't have twins right out of the gate. I enjoy watching Elsbeth. I've seen Elsbeth 3 times. Whole thing, 3 times. Loved it. My Lexi took, that's me, and in her last 3 years, it did seem to help. Okay, Maddie said, okay, I'm going to do that. Hold on, I'll miss some chat. Oh, Maddie, you saw Desperate Housewives? Okay. Okay, so we're going to get that and just say the last 3 years. Okay, so that sounds like it would give something other than just pain meds. I just feel like there's something else. There is. Because she wants to go, and like when she gets up, the only person she don't want to fool with is the puppy. Now, she'll fool with the puppy a little bit, but y'all know a puppy is a puppy, and that just a little bit. Where, Karen, you definitely are slapping paint on paper today. Ain't it, though? I am definitely slapping paint on paper today. Which is why I decided to just, hey, let's go on and cut on the live, because I am slapping paint on paper, and then I can show you guys how the concept goes, minus the pages, just how I do pages sometime. All right, let's put this. Let's put a whole bunch in there and just go so I can clean all of that out. And this is just gesso right here. So if you ever have pages that you just don't like, I mean, and it could be not necessarily has to be a book that you don't like the wording. It could be a page that you just, magazine, you want to add the pages, because magazines are great pages to put in a junk journal, right? And so this is a good way to change the way the page is. This is what I taught the grandkids who were here last summer, not this past summer, but last summer, when we did their junk journals. And they're just like, well, it's got words and stuff on it. Hold on, we're going to get rid of them. And this is exactly what we did. Slap paint on paper. And then they got to create however they wanted to. My twins were the first known twins on my ex's side. On my dad's side, there were 2 sets of twins in the late 1800s. Ooh. Yeah, I got twins. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to another set of twins in our family yesterday. So the family reunion, especially on my daddy's side, twins and triplets run on my dad's side. And having twins was nice. I can't complain. It was nice. It was interesting. All right, let's see. I want to, let's see. We want, if we put that, no, darker. Okay, that'll work. But that's white, so that's not gonna work. Well, it will with the black that's on there. So I have another journal. I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, when I finish this live and finish all these pages, I have another journal that I'm gonna start on. So I will have 3 journals going at one time. And y'all know me, when the journals start talking to me, I'll sit in one sitting and just continue to work on them. And that's what I do. Like that, it's like when it's slapping paint on paper time, it's slapping paint on paper time. But when it's journal making time, I can churn out probably about 2 to 3 journals within a month, in 1 month. And that's getting outside of my head, not being picky, and not, being like, oh my God, I need this or I need that. It's just slapping the pages together and then getting it going. I have a friend who says gesso is the cure all for all art journaling mistakes, and is Maddie. When I tell you it is, it is. Now, because I don't want these pages to be able to be readable, if I slap gesso on them, it would give it a nice little sheen. But you know, y'all have seen me take my flowers and slap gesso on it, and you see how the flowers come and poke out. So same thing with these wordings. They'll still, you can still, like, let's see if I leave that way. Once it dries, you can still read it. I kept telling the doctor I thought there was more than one baby. She said it's nice. She said in nicer words that I was young and stupid. She never found a second heartbeat. I was in a wreck. Oh, Lord, no. And that put me in labor. They said I was big enough to just let the baby come. Through a screaming fit. Doctor was a friend. Dad ordered an ultrasound machine to be brought down from Nashville. Wow. Tech saw screen and ordered an ambulance. She's right. Wow. They still got here 9 weeks early. Wow. And you know, twins, with twins, they always say it's double. Like, you know, I carried my twins 39 weeks. They had to induce because for carrying twins, I was overdue. And trust me, if I could find the pictures, I'm gonna find the pictures and show y'all. All I had was belly. That's all there was. My little old legs and nothing but belly. Alex wore 7 pounds, I think 2 ounces. Alexis was 6 pounds, 12 ounces. So just imagine. Hey, Saul, how are you today? Okay, so see these, they still, once they dry, it's not easy to read. But if somebody wanted to, they still can sit here and I can still read through that. So that's why I chose to add black and then take purple to take it another further, since we did another color scheme. So we're just slapping paint on paper. That's all. Literally. Literally. And because I wanted it to not be a little bit, we add some white back on top. Just so it can have a little bit. Just a little bit. Mr. McCoy sounds like he getting sick. He might need to go on with all that sneezing and coughing. He talking about his sinuses. Because it's peanut time around here, I thought that would be it, but he sound like he finna be sick. And I don't like being sick because there's nobody here to take care of me like I take care of them. Ladies, y'all know what I'm saying. We just do it better. That's just it. Busy, but glad at least come on to spend some time with you and all the beautiful ladies. Thank you. If Dr. Patrick hadn't stepped in for me, they probably wouldn't be here. They would have been 15 weeks early. Oh, well, thank God. God always does what he does. He always has somebody that knows what they're talking about. And Maddie, your friend that told you about the gesso, I have so much gesso. Gesso is probably the one thing I have all over my studio for sure. As a matter of fact, we got a bottle of gesso right there. We got a bottle of gesso right there. And we got black gesso right there. Just to name a few sitting right here on my desk. You gotta go potty? Huh? You need to go potty? Well, you know you can't talk, but all you gotta do is get up, because usually that's what you do. You gotta go potty? Yes? All good. It's all good. It's a good girl. You go potty? Come on. Go ahead. Come on, because I'm not leaving the door open. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. No? All right, well, I'm not leaving the door open because the bugs, for sure. Move your paw. I'm definitely not leaving it open. You figure that out whenever you're ready. We'll go for sure after we get off the live, okay? Because I can't leave the door open like I did earlier. The bugs are at the. It's dark now, and you got every bug there is at the window. All right, so well, let's see, a browner tone maybe. No, we don't want that. We're just gonna stick to our color scheme. I've gotten white and clear gesso, but I would like to try some black. Black gesso is fun. This, of course, you see it's Dina Wakley, so you know it's fun. Black gesso is fun. So that's what I've done with these pages, that all of these, all right, all right, so hold on. Need to make some more room. So pages that are double done, y'all need to get off the desk. Look at that one. So they're very, very yummy. I can say that. Are you done? Nope. None of these are double. You're double. Oh, it's purple. But it gives you a clear. And then, so when you take, let's think about when you do black gesso, let's think about like a Posca pen. You can write over it. You can do so much. Once you, because it's a clean slate now. Like it's very, very, very smooth. And these are not dry, but they're going to get dry. I'm scared for you. Did the babies need to go? Yeah. My youngest son had to go to NICU. My twins didn't have to go to NICU. But I'm assuming maybe, yeah, Brenda, they had to be in the NICU. And how long? I don't know. Sometimes babies are depending on their weight. All right, you're double done. And now babies, they're surviving now because of the technology. Okay, double done. All right, let's put, where was I putting my double dones? Double done. Put you right there. Double done, nope. Everything else over here shouldn't be. You double done? Double. See, look at these. And then you have, it's like a whole new canvas that you can, I don't want nothing, so we're going to go back on. All right, put you back over there. All right, put y'all down there. So it's working out. I'm excited for them. Oh, what's that noise? Double done. Oh, I think that's Willow. Willow has her new toy of the milk jug. Okay. Double done. They were both just under 3 pounds and came home at 7 weeks. Most of that in, okay. That's still look, that's still big though. And then you look at the trauma that they had to be delivered through. That's why I always tell people, babies in utero experience a lot with mom. We might have to take that thing from Willow. Because it's loud. Not unless, if y'all can hear it. Maybe you can't hear it. And if you can't hear it, then it's okay. So I'm also getting rid of this Jane Davenport. So we're slapping that on for some little contrasting colors. Zippy sent me something. I'm definitely going to check those out for the more tones in the color. Hey, Maddie, now that you're here, do you have, what's those things? Pan pastels? I'm still going through, I'm going through your playlist, that playlist, and I was like, darn, I haven't finished it, but it's like, wonder, she got some pan pastels? Because I think pan pastels I want to put on some of my jelly prints. So this is another one that came out. I put some, so you have the blank, and you can see the difference of how good the black shows up on it. I mean, the yellow shows up on it. Okay, you do. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and your pan pastels. You got a video with with them on there? Because I've been going down the rabbit hole of pan pastels. It popped up in my Jerry Autorama sent a email, and I was like, I gotta check those out. But I gotta go down. You know, we have to go down the rabbit hole and again. All right, we're ready for double-sided already. I need a clothesline. I've got the 20 count set. Nice. I said we're going to try out the inks first. My boys started trying to shut down, so had to go on and deliver them and pray. Those 6 weeks between wreck and birth seem much longer. Listen, I am happy that the boys were fine and came, and they deserve to wreak a little havoc, huh? Let's say that. Oh, I don't like that. We gotta put some. No video on those. Okay. We'll save those for a time. But I was just thinking about it. That's my next venture down the rabbit hole, because you know I need something that's gonna. Oh, this is purple. Oh Lord, did y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? That is Willow. She's in the sunroom. She's demolished the sunroom, ripped up the floor. Oh, that's not gonna work. I need some more. What color did we put in there? Green. She's just over there having a ball, though. Okay, that works a little bit better. That's more eggplantish. There's such a word, eggplantish. Yeah, there we go. Perfecto, smooth sweep. I have some pastel unison, and they're not chalky. That's what I like about those. They're not chalky. Not chalky. They're not like when you're holding them. They're not how should I say? They don't get all over your hands. You know, y'all know how how the pastel. Sometimes you get them and they're just so everywhere. More on your hand than they are on paper. There we go, like that. Let's see if I use another green. This is a, yeah, let's try to see if I got another one. Has value using past. Oh, see, that's the, okay, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Because that's what I was thinking because I used my scribble sticks on the jelly plate. And I was wondering about the pan pastels. And I was also thinking about because these are the way they are, and I was liking jelly printing over these pages. That was another thing I was thinking about too. Let's try that green. Do we have another green? What color are you? Same green? Nope. I think it matters. It does matter. No, we don't want phthalo green. I want green green, like a true green. Permanent green. There we go. Thank you, Lydia. I'm gonna have to go check that out. That might get me on the bus a little faster, but because y'all know we just want to slap paint on paper and create all the joy that my heart can muster. And that is what I'm here for. We are an advocate to create joy. I'll go back on. All right, let's see how this works out. Mix it up. Probably should have had a spoon instead of doing this with my brush, but don't do what I do, y'all. I've got the Munglo oil pastels. They're not chalky. Mangjai. So the ones I have are Unison, and I like them. Usually, I do all of that kind of stuff outside of watercolor. I use in my mixed media. That's too green. I see the green. Need some more. Karen, will you be on tomorrow same time? I'm heading downstairs. Yes, so tomorrow I will be on at 3 o'clock, but I'll probably be early, Dawn. Probably around maybe 12 or 1. Because tomorrow I'll go early and possibly be done around 4 or 5. But you know, it all depends. So yes, because tomorrow is our regular scheduled programming day. But we've been having fun over here slapping paint on paper. And I think I'm going to be done with these tonight because we're doing them all here. I prefer pastel pencils instead of pastel sticks. The sticks are too messy. Yeah, so let me show you these that I'm talking about. And now that she said that about the jelly plate. There are these. And so like, see when you hold them in your hand, it's not all, like it doesn't really come off. Like, you know, the other pastels by now, all the stuff would have gone. Dawn, have a good evening. Thank you for hanging out. Let's see if I can find one that's already dry. Lauren, you keep looking up at me. Does that mean you need to go potty? Because your dad needs to come take you potty. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. And so, see, now that I'm done, it's like, it's not really, it's chalky, but it's not like some of them that comes off all on your hands. But that is pretty. I like that. Look at that. I like that. Oh, they both had issues with lungs. Also, some learning disabilities attributed to early birth. They have overcome a lot and are okay. That's a whole testimony in itself. And that is those. And these are called unison. They're unison. And I'll just put them in here because they're cute. Just cute. Laura keep breathing, so she might need some. Uh-oh. That went on the floor, so let's close this so it don't dry out. That was fun. Yep, let's do both sides since we're here. Hey, Sarah. Maddie, I also use them for my collaging, like when I do art journaling in my book. I'll use them for kind of like what I just did with that one. Because they're really good. But some of the ones I've had in the past I didn't like. And that was, like I said, because of how they just were. They wasn't even chalky. It was, I think you know what I'm talking about. They just were too much on the hands. By the time I finish with them, I have more on my hands than I had on the paper. There we go. Muted that down just a smidge. Didn't want it to be too purple. Well, what's on the other side? Oh, nothing. So, doesn't matter. You know who like using pastels? Kids. I did a Royal Winter project with class of second graders that used blue pastels. Turn my sample child to a color. Their faces blue. Oh my goodness. Sounds like fun though. Sounds like fun. My youngest son had to stay in NICU for, I want to say, a month and a half. Because, again, he was born way too early. But they just wanted to make sure lungs were right on the beginning was when he was born. But look, there was more room in the incubator than there was in my belly and for my mental state. I can picture the kiddos painting somebody blue. So, as a matter of fact, that you would say that. So I told you I'm looking at Desperate Housewives. So the one last night was when the Scarborough twins painted the little girl blue. They painted the little girl blue. That was, as a matter of fact, I don't know which one it is, but them twins on that show was something else. I was just like, oh, poor Lynette. And that Gabby, Lord have mercy. It's like, where have I been? Like, I started looking at it years ago, and I don't know why I stopped. I think something else came along. And some things are just like, eh. But for whatever reason now, it has my undivided attention. And probably because I can look at Elsbeth. Elsbeth was one of my other sleep movies. I can look at that now and don't even have to look at it. But I liked her show. I love that show. My daughter had me hooked on to that. And then I've watched all of Gilded, the new season, so I'm done with that. So, and I'm almost done, like I said, with the Waltons, but I'm pretty much done with the Waltons because the kids are grown now. It's post-war time, and so it's not, the mom and the dad, they're not on there no more. They got a new John boy, so it's like, But this is the last season, and so I'll be done with it. And so when I get done with it, it's just like, oh, Lord, what am I going to watch next? I don't want no shoot 'em up, bang 'em's up, and don't want no documentaries. Just want something that's light and fun. Not too much foolishness. So, y'all put your recommendations out there and then I'll see. You good? Oh, good? You ready to go potty? Your daddy will come and get you. Because whenever you get up and head for the door, because you got up earlier and turned around and said you had to go, so we went out. So you ain't got to go far. All you got to do is walk out the door and you can come right on back in here. I promise. I promise you can stay in the studio tonight. As long as you stay on your blanket. She looking like, I will. Okay, we got that one. Is that one? Let's turn this one over. So we're getting right along. I'm back. Watch Bridgerton, Love Gilded on the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers on Apple TV. So, oh, you're looking at football now? There's a game on? Wait, what's the day? There's a game on now? Or is that recorded? I love Gilded. I love the last season. I won't talk about it because some people maybe haven't seen it. And then I like the fact that Downton Abbey is coming out with a new one. I'll wait till it comes on TV because I don't go to the movies anymore either. Last time I went to the movies, I went to see The Help. Let you know how long ago that's been. Oh, wait, I take that back. The last time I went to the movies was to see The Lion King. We took my grandson to see The Lion King. Oh, you mix for eggplant. Oh, yeah, I did. We did. And, oh, that one was purple. It was supposed to be. I ain't paying no attention. Oh, that one is. So we kind of got it. Boop, boop, boop. Some of these I noticed that they've dried. Still have to, I can see the writing, so I'm going back over them. Put some more gesso in there because we're going to probably finish out between gesso and purple. And then we even put some pastels. I don't know what I did with it just that fast. Okay, double-sided, no, double-sided, yes. And we're trying to get our desk. Double-sided, no. Okay, move you over there, put you right here. Oh, the puppy's in the house now barking. She's just something else, you hear me? And some of this, and then we got the right green. Now he's finna spend time yelling at her because she gonna start barking. When you tell her no, she starts barking at you. Just like, you better go somewhere and sit down. Oh no, this green. And I'm not gonna use this because I need to mix it. It's been getting up in my brush. Oh, that's it right there. Like that. So this one, I changed greens. That's permanent green. That is it right there. So remember what we were talking about earlier? Well, maybe on another time on the channel, I'm saying you got to know what the pigments are. So when you go to mixing colors, when you don't get the color you want, you have to go down that rabbit hole to see what pigments you need. So I was using whatever that green is, and it worked, but now that I've gotten permanent green, which is a green, this is more of the eggplant. Mr. McCoy says, Willow, no. She'll start barking in a minute. Like, don't you tell me no. I'm like, girl, go somewhere and sit down. The last movie I saw in the theater was Hidden Figures. I don't even know what year. Oh God, Hidden Figures. Look, that's newer. That's newer than mine. I think Hidden Figures came out. I want to. Well, listen, I don't know. I want to say they came out after Because the Lion King, when I'm talking about the Lion King, I'm talking about the Lion King that Beyonce, the real life version, not the cartoon. But I know The Help was a long time, way before it. So I hadn't been to the movies since then. And even though we were trying to put movies in our thing to go because we kind of had started going, but then COVID happened. So and I haven't been to the movies since COVID, or have I? Let me think about it. No, I have not. I mean, everything comes on TV, and God knows if they give me you can pay for it and watch it on TV, and will, thank you. Get the popcorn ready. We're staying right here. Oh, that's pretty. So where's our theme? Oh, that's it right there. That's it. It's a little dark, but well, no, it's not. It's dark now, but when it dries, that's going to be it. I could tell you a joke about that movie when I was in going to school, getting my master's in my counseling degree. There was a young lady. This was in Colorado. I went to Colorado Christian University, so you hear the word Colorado Christian University, you just figure you just don't have to deal with a lot of you know things. And the young lady said, when I said something based on something the teacher had asked and we had read in our book, and I gave my interpretation of what it was from my vantage view, because I can only speak for me, myself, and my life. I can't speak for anybody else's, right? And I said, and she was just like, well, you're a black woman, then you should know how they think. I was like, I can't speak for every black woman in the world. I can only speak for me. And she was like, well, I saw The Help, so I know kind of what you're talking about. And I was like, I just stood there and started laughing. Like, did she just say that? And it was so funny to me. And we all laughed about it later because I didn't want to embarrass her right then, because I knew she was genuine about what she was saying. But I wanted to say so bad, baby, that's a movie. You want me to speak from like another woman's? I can't speak for, even now, I still can't speak for another woman's viewpoint. I can only speak for Karen. And I never ever venture to say that I'm the voice to speak for black women. Never. Even in creating joy, I still can't say what everybody might get from joy. A lot of people might think what I'm doing tonight is boring as hell and be like, oh, I ain't got time for that. And that's fine. Like I say, I'm not for everybody, and I'm not here to talk for everybody. But I think some things that come out of people's mouths is funny as heck. And because I'm in undergrad, I was a psychology major, so I like to I like to watch people, and I like to see when they say stuff, and then I like to ask the questions and kind of provoke thought, because I think some people just don't think, they just talk. Not that there's right or wrong, it's just I need to know where you're going with that. Yes, we have our own experiences. We do, and that's what makes us unique, right? Like Brenda and I both have twins. She have identical boys. Her children entered the world in a very tragic situation. I had twins. My twins, I don't have her story, but we both can speak from our experiences as what? We're both women. That's where we can chime in and be like, oh, well, Brenda can teach you something because that sounds like something that Brenda went through. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not going to say I know all things. And like, there's a girl, she's just like, well, you're married, you can give me some advice. I was just like, I can only give you from what works for me and Mr. McCoy might not work for you and your husband. I'm just saying. So I definitely don't give marital advice. I won't say I told you nothing. I'm going to speak from the perspective of, well, for me and my house, this is what we do. And you won't be able to say Karen told you nada. And ain't. But I do like a healthy conversation. I will say that. And after the young, we were in Panera Bread. I'll never forget it. So after she said what she said, the other young lady that was sitting there, and she's like, "Oh, so tell me more about that." And I was like, "Yes, please do, and tell me from your perspective of the movie, so that I can know exactly what you want me to, say." And so then she was talking about Viola Davis playing the role. I was like, "Well, first of all, I don't know what it is to clean house. I barely clean my own house." And then I gave her permission to ask some other questions that I know she wanted to ask. And we had a great conversation. Like, we ended up having great dialogue, so much so. Anytime she would have some kind of question, even now, because, she was just like, "Hey, Karen, I just want to bounce something off of you. I don't know how to say this or I don't know how to say that. What should I say?" Because, she eventually opened her own practice. She went into private practice. So it's just because people don't relate, can't, they might come out of their mouth right offhand. It might be just that's from their experience, their place. I don't know. And I give everybody's entitled to say, you're entitled to say one or two things to me. And then when I ask you a couple questions, and if I feel like you're going in a way that I don't want to go, I'll just stop talking. I have a friend who asks for marriage advice. I don't give any. Yeah, I don't give none. I have a divorce under my belt, and I have 16 years of marriage under my belt, and I'm still not giving advice. And I appreciate if unless it's solicited and I ask you, I don't want your opinion either. Because I think what works for me in my house don't work for everybody. Like, I just do. And I think everybody should be entitled to live their life as though they see fit for themselves. But, that's just Karenology. I don't know no better. I'm just over here slapping paint on paper. That's all. Lauren just snickled, so she must agree with me. She must agree. I don't even get into my kids' marriage. Don't want to know. Oh, she barking. What's wrong, girl? Okay, that is pretty. Like that. Like that. Love that. We want some more of that. I like this. So this green and this purple, ultramarine violet and permanent green, and this one is giving me the eggplant that I want. Well, really more of these two giving me the eggplant that I want. So when this dries, we're gonna leave it. Oh, let's see, maybe. Yeah, we're kind of on there. We kind of got it. Look, I see why Lauren barking is. Maybe he let Boaz out. Yeah, okay. Look, we both got quiet. She got quiet so she can listen. She'll let out a yelp like, "I'm in here. Don't think I won't bite you." Yeah, I think he put Boaz on the deck. Boaz out there making noise. All right, so I think I'm loving these. So I think we got just as many purple pages as we got black pages. Let's see, double side, double side. Are you double sided? No. All right, double side, no. Oh, yeah, okay. So, all right, so black, black, purple. Let's kind of go in a little bit more with that. Oh, yeah, he's outside now. So it get dark out there. I'll tell you something. You look out my studio window, you can't see a thing. If you don't have no light on, you can't see nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right. Got to go. Night owl. Good night, Maddie. Thank you for stopping in, hanging out. And thank you for your inspirations in the world. No, I appreciate you. I thought I was going to finish all these pages, but I realized that I got more than I thought I did. So at least that'll give the other side time to heal. I mean, time to dry. Time to heal. Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock, man. I'm going to be getting off here, too. I just look, time flies when you're having fun. Slapping paint on paper is my judge. For sure, for sure. But, let's see. Double side, double side, double side. Okay, double sides can go off the desk. Double side, double side. Me too. Night. Thank you, Tammy. See you, see you, see you. Listen, I'll see y'all tomorrow, possibly. If not, I'll see you on Team Replay. Thank you for hanging out, as always. That's why we say tag. But I'm gonna find a nice stopping place, and because I didn't eat dinner. I still need to eat dinner. It's too late now. I'll probably eat me a little salad and call it a day, but I'm not hungry because I had a big lunch. Okay, we got double side here. Oh, don't stick together. Double side. Okay, they need to really dry. We saturated them with paint for whatever reason. Double side. Yes. Double side. Yes. All right. That way I'll know where I can stop. Double side. Done. 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 Okay, go right there. What do I do with the other ones? Huh. Did I move them paints somewhere else? Oh, double side, double side, double side. Okay. Definitely slapping paint on paper tonight. For sure, for sure. Double side. Okay. All right, double side. All right, boom. Oh, that's what it is. Now I see why it got a little clear. Probably put water in it to wet my brush. All right, let's go in and put some more. Nope, let's just go in and put some gesso there. And should work if I go over it with gesso. Slather it down. Just slather it down. I was doing my thumbnails. I started doing thumbnails for next month, getting them ready. Excuse me. That's why I was talking about the pan pastels, and I was just like, no, we'll save those, maybe. Okay, double side. All right, there we go. Moving, there we go. Now we got it. Got to have a little rhythm. So when you're prepping the pages, and this is when you're doing your own journal from scratch, like no kit. And this is kind of what I do, is prep my pages. Usually it's a magazine. This is the first time that I've really had to go through and do it. And this book was like almost, I want to say over almost 300 pages. And then you think of, I'm completely shellacking it. Tomorrow my daughter is coming down so we can stake out where floor platform needs to be built for her wedding. She's getting married in a hayfield or a 150-year-old school building if it rains. Oh, that sounds so fun. I can't wait to have a barn wedding. Like my daughter's engaged and I threw it out there and she's like, well, whatever you're going to pay for. I was like, well, barn wedding it's going to be. So, because outside we do family and friends day out on the property. So we use about 5 acres of the, well, maybe about 3 or 4 acres of the property. But I like that idea of the floor platform. And is that going to be based on where the wedding party, like, or is it just going to be for the dance floor? Curious minds would like to know. And that sounds fun. Because during the summer when we have out, we have all of our, um, like, we didn't do it this year because we went on a cruise this year. But last year, the kiddos had water slides, and we used the barn, and we were prepared for rain, which would have been inside the barn. But luckily, for the last 3 years that I've done it, we have not had rain. And then next year, have family reunion that's going to be here in my hometown. So that's going to be interesting. I was supposed to meet with my cousin today so we could talk about kind of what they're going to do and see if she what kind of help, if she wants some help or whatever, and offer some support. The only thing is about when you come to my house, there's no hotel around. So everybody would have to go into Eufaula, and then festivities, if they want, we can still do the same thing like I do for Family and Friends Day. And then do activities, things like that. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm excited. But the main thing is, well, remember what I say when we're here in the South, we focus on a couple things. Food, what we're eating. So, and I think last year, I think it was in Tampa last year. All right, and let's use this green and see what we get. I am having fun mixing these colors up, and I am having fun throwing these tubes, once I've used them, in the garbage can, because that means I'm using my stuff. I like different weddings, non-traditional. Like, think about getting married in a field. That's why when the people start doing destination weddings, I was just like, oh, that's nice. It's different. Like I was showing you guys what my cousin did with her, with the baby thing. I thought that was nice. That was different. I like different. Use your mind. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Because everybody's doing, what they call it, gender reveals, and then you know what the baby is. I like the waiting. And then, boop, there's the baby, and boop, let's see who won. Alright. Oh, I got to put some black on that because that's a little too. We want to try to keep in mind with the eggplant. So if it gets too purple, I'm noticing slap some black gesso across it. Okay, Lauren, it's just your dad out there making all that noise. It's okay. I don't know if y'all hear her barking. She just wants people to know she's here. Like, don't come in here. If you outside, stay outside. See, this one's gotten too purple. So we'll just put some, what do you call that? Put some black on top of it. And this gesso does add color. The gesso I'm using, this one is. She didn't want a big wedding, just parents and the two of them. His brother is official. Oh, nice. So his daughter and wife were included. Now siblings and a few others. See, nice. That's nice. Duty calls, sachets away with a queen wave. See you later, Zippy. See you around the tube. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for all the things. I will be checking that out. That'll be my bedtime scroll. Okay, double side, double side, double side. All right, double side. I set out chairs at church to find size. 24 by 18 foot platforms to be built, plus an arbor. Oh, that's going to be so yummy. Congratulations. I always felt when there's a wedding, you don't lose, you gain. That's the way I've always felt. Even though other people don't feel like it, they always holler, blood is thicker than water. I'll be like, whatever. It says leave to cleave. And we can all be in this thing together. So if you look at it that way, which is another reason why I do family and friends for like Thanksgiving. Because I just got tired of doing stuff separate. It's like, well, I got time for that. And then in my family, I had more traditions. So it's just like, well, your peeps can come to our house. Come hang out with us. There we go. Double-sided? Yes. See, we're getting it on. Double-sided? Yep. Double-sided? Yep. Double-sided? Yep. And it's working out to clean my brush and get it all mushed out. That's smushing out the words real good. I'm quite sure this box came from, the box of books probably came from some estate sale, because there were some old books in there too. So it wasn't just that it was this one, because this one was written in 95. That's why I was shocked at the paper quality. Paper quality on this puppy was very good. For those that were on here yesterday when you saw me doing the pull, those pulls, they were good, and the paper was nice and strong. Okay, double side. Yep. Let's put you over there. Are you double sided? Nope. Excuse me. Think this hand will work out. Another thing, you can switch up, because it's just slapping paint on paper. It doesn't have to really be a whole fanciness. So we don't want the left side to be jealous. There we go. Boom. Okay, put you over there. Cut the air back on so that way we can get our drying. Suck up some of that air. Uh-oh. Knock some paper down. Double side, yes. Double side, yep. Uh-oh, knocking paper down. It'll be all right. We're on the home stretch. So what's everybody doing this evening? I'm slapping paint on paper. And I'm going to be calling it quits. Let's see, momentarily. So everything over here needs to dry. It's drying. Oh yeah, we can do that. Double side. Yep. Double side. Yep. Double side. Having dinner and then more grid art. Barb, that grid art was amazing. Girl, you got more patience. Listen, let me tell you something. You got more patience than me. Let me show y'all what we're talking about. Where's my phone? Let's get this paint off. There we go. Excuse me. Text message. Burb. This is before. And this is after. This is what she calls grid art. Just got home from work. Oh, some tell your mommy I says hello. Older daughter says her and her boyfriend are going to just get up one morning and elope. They have been together for 8 years. Oh, sounds like my daughter. Well, it's fun for me. I painted and listened to you for over 4 hours and just got it done. Wow. But look at the details. Like, oh, it's just so. And then when you pull it back and just look at it. So it's on a canvas, guys. That's why I showed you before. It's an art canvas. And how big is that canvas? Medium, 30 by 4. Ooh, that's big. So, and then there it is. So is that not beautiful? And you're absolutely right. So do you put the lines on first? When you say grid, I'm quite sure you do the grid first. And then you go back and like color them in. Is that how that works? I've been lazy all day, haven't done much of anything. Yeah, well, y'all know I told y'all I did some adulting today. I washed clothes. So that got done. And that's okay. See, that's why I say don't scroll. Don't scroll. Okay, there we go. I have to do homework tonight so I catch up with the chat. Oh, that one was already almost dry. I shouldn't have did that double fold. But look at this. Where's our paper? Kind of can put it on this one because it's kind of dry. Let's see, let me get a bin. So you can see we kind of got it. It's a little bit, the more it dries, this one has dry, but look right there. So we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. And if not, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not purple. Some of them are purple that I need to put some more black across it because we don't want it to be purple. See the difference? But this one is eggplant purple too. But this one is definitely eggplant purple. Right in there. It's drying. So double-sided. Are these double-sided? Yes. Okay, so I think I'm at a point to where we are going to put our brush in the water and watch it just churn. Oh, I'm going to have to use that. Hold on. Oh, that's... Okay, we'll prep. That'll work. But it wet it up too much. It was too much water. I knew that. But that was a good saturation. Okay, all right, we got hands dirty. We use some, oh God, I gotta get rid of this paint. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Hold it on, hold it. We need to get this gesso because we don't waste paint. And don't put this over there. Oh, I put the brush in the water. No worries, let's get this brush out. We can use it. There we go. There we go. At least we put the paint on it so it can be prepped and use all of this paint. And then tomorrow I will take them out and fold them. So I probably will bring them out tomorrow on the live so y'all can see how the color finally ended up. Because I like that eggplant. The eggplant is not black and it's not purple, but it's a nice medium. I think it's a nice platform. All right. This is the way you clean up your, so when you got acrylic paint, just leave some water in it. So when you come back tomorrow, it'll just peel up. Or depending on how much come up, like this right here, I might can, let's see, put some down on top of that, give it a little bit of color. Because that's paint. Oh yeah, that's paint. So you get to make your own pages. Lydia got me over here wanting to try some dyeing pages. Might have to try that. There we go. Okay, and we cleaned our brush. Boom. All right, guys, there we go. I think Smee likes it. Let's put all this paint, put our tops on, and kind of do a little scroll through. See, that one was wet. I did a little bit, but again, I wouldn't be able to use it because you can still read it. And we are saturating these pages so you can't read them. So that way it'll be, so when you use the pages for the journal, they'll be fine. I wish I could show y'all the pages that I'm going to print out, but I haven't printed not a rerun of them out. Close up our gesso. Put our paint up. We use, oh, and we also use, so just to give you an idea of the color. So I did use, let's put you over there. I did use some Payne's Gray, but when I wanted to mix the eggplant, then of course you can't use Payne's Gray. But the green, when you have green and you want the eggplant, you have to pay attention to what color green, because remember this green right here was, that fancy word green. That word green. And it wasn't giving me the eggplant. Say, like, even now that I've mixed all of that up, that's eggplant right there. And we got the color because we got this. We looked at right here. So that's our color right there. So once these colors dry, and this is eggplant right here. So we got from the lighter one to the darker one. So it did pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. These are for this journal that I'm going to be doing for those that are just joining or have joined since I talked about it. These are the colors that I'm going to use for this journal that I'm going to make for my next. I will be working on 3 journals at one time. A handmade journal I will be sending out, as a matter of fact, it will be next. I should be done with it possibly by, what's today? Tuesday. So maybe by Monday. Maybe by Monday we'll have it in the mail. And once it gets to its owner and the owner shares it and sees it, then I will do a I will I've already done a video of it, but of course I can't share it because I need the person that I created it for to see it and get it and love on it first. But that's the handmade journal. That's not a junk journal. That's a handmade journal. And those journals I don't call junk journals because it's not junk in it. So I don't want to call it a handmade journal in that sense. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here because it's after 9 o'clock and it's time for my bed. Because as I'm not sleepy, and that's all because I went to stretch today. Did good with stretch, and stretch was lovely. And I always love when I go to stretch because I know then I'm going to sleep well. So that works out fine. All right. So I hope you guys have a good evening, and I want you to know that if you have a journal or if you end up with a book that you don't like the way the pages are or the words on the pages are, or it's a magazine, you get to always slap some paint on some paper. Literally just get you some gesso, depending on how clear you want it to be. You can get regular gesso, or depending on whether you want it to be transparent, what you want the pages. I didn't want you to be able to read the pages, so therefore I had black gesso. So you can use black gesso. So there we go. So for anybody that's on or team replay, if you've been here and you do subscribe below, do leave a comment below do you ever prep junk journal pages like with magazines or old book and paint over them? And let me know. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification. This channel is all about creating joy, healing, and slapping paint on paper in the middle of real life. So hit that button, share with a friend who maybe is caring too much, and let's grow this community together. You are worthy of joy. You are allowed to let go. You are strong, just like me. And together we're going to create joy, slapping paint on paper. What? One brushstroke at a time. All right, guys. Have a good evening. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll probably go live early, but if not, it'll be at 3 o'clock. But I'm quite sure tomorrow I'll go live early, and it might be between 12 and 1. Just, again, hit that bell notification all. So when I do go live, you'll get the notification. Brenda says, time for a shower in bed, maybe even sleep. I agree. So good night, good night, good night. Bye.